What up, gamers? Welcome back to another gaming episode of Following Lucha. This is a podcast where we discuss the lore every week of Following Lucha, and then we talk about wrestling of the week of the episode of Following Lucha airing. If it was
Lucha
airing
Underground. The
weekly.
show we watch is called Lucha Underground. This show is Following Lucha.
There's so much Lucha, dude. There's so much Lucha, you know?
There is.
It gets confusing.
It's something to be excited about when there's so much Lucha.
It's an onomatopoeia.
But
word.
this is not a...
Whenever I punch someone, it says Following Lucha.
Oh, wow.
Sound effect.
That's cool. I like that.
And then we talk about wrestling of
No, hold on. This is not a gaming...
What?
This is not a gaming episode of Following Lucha.
Bruh.
We've talked off the podcast about potential future gaming episodes of Following Lucha, where we recap the storylines of wrestling games, which is a good idea.
Honestly?
Yeah?
Pretty fucking sick. We just do like WrestleMania... Road to WrestleMania storylines, right?
Hell yeah.
Be crazy.
But you can't be misleading the following Lucha-ites like this, Steven. That's
no, it's long-term booking. You see, it's on foreshadowing future episodes. You
dangle the carrot, make them want it. You're right.
All those carrots.
Sorry to interrupt.
Rabbits. Yeah, and then we talk about wrestling that happened this week of the episode airing, or when we were filming, really.
Woo. Well, yeah.
So if you watch it for the news, if you watch us for wrestling news. Unless it's on like that Sunday night it happens, you'd be pretty outdated.
Pretty outdated. No, if it happens on Sunday night, it'll be even more outdated. You know, we need people to listen to this first thing Monday, and then it'll still be days behind, an entire weekend behind.
If you want to hear really cool stories like Shayna Baszler beating up civilians to protect a girl from a wheelchair from getting picked up late. We told that, you know.
That's really what it was.
We reported that, guys. All right.
We did. We broke the news. We had the scoop, Steven. You're so right. But we are here to recap Lucha Underground. This part does not matter with relevancy. This show is from 2015, okay? So, guys, just bear with us. It was season 1, episode 29. It was titled "Fight to the Death," Steven.
Who's fighting to the death?
Scary? I think that's scary.
What a Halloween-related episode, man.
Well, Halloween's still like a month away, you know?
Oh,
like 3 weeks or something. Well, yeah.
Well, less than a month. Yeah,
well,
less than a month.
Slightly less than a month. Excuse you. But still,
excuse you, I am more correct, so therefore I'm better, okay?
If we're rounding up, it's really a month away, you know?
If we're rounding up, that's what you sound like the nerd emoji on like Twitter.
Oh my god.
You're like that guy.
The nerd emoji on Twitter? Steven, the emojis are available on other websites aside from Twitter. You can use them in text message.
Do you text people the nerd emoji in text? I don't think I ever have. I think people only use it on Twitter.
You know what? You bring up a good point, Steven. I sound like a fool right now, and I apologize.
You are a buffoon,
Let's talk about something I'm more knowledgeable about. And that is the day of May 27th, 2015. In the world of pro wrestling, because that is when Fight to the Death aired, Steven. We are nearing the end of season 1, I realized, by the way. Like,
oh my goodness.
I know.
It's been a journey, you know?
I mean, I say we're nearing it, but we still have like 10 or something episodes left. But still, I mean, it's kind of flown by in like a really drawn out way, you know?
You guys excited for Following Lucha season 2?
Woo! Are we gonna take a hiatus, a hiatus?
How do those work, by the way? Like, WB seasons, like there's a new season on Raw, right, and SmackDown. Like, what does that mean?
It's just for TV, I think, right? As like, I don't know. It's something with TV.
Like, do they go by year or like episode count?
It's always by the year. Like if you go on on Peacock sucks, guys, because it doesn't separate Raw, SmackDown, blah 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 by the year anymore. Now you have to go by season, and it's so confusing. I
gotta subtract.
I mean, essentially, yeah.
What season is 1999? Do you know? Top of your head?
No. I don't know. Season 7? That's my guess. Is season 7.
There's no way it's season 7, right?
Raw didn't start that long ago. You
when
know?
did Raw start?
I think early 90s.
Oh, I guess there was like Superstars, right? Was that the show back then? Superstars?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. All my wrestling knowledge just left my head the moment I decided I wasn't going to be a broadcaster. You know?
I'm gonna be honest, dude, okay? Like most people, I never watched the Attitude Era. I pretend to watch it, okay?
No. We should just
I wasn't born
be
yet.
30 years old and that we watched it, you know? Just like for the clout. I think so.
You know, the Attitude Era wasn't that great, guys, you know? Like,
well, like, guys, I watched wrestling approximately up until the Attitude Era beginning. I watched up until the Montreal Screwjob, okay? And then I tuned out. And things probably don't get better from there, you know?
Dude, I tuned out when Hulk Hogan like beat Andre. Like I was like, oh, I can't get on this man.
Yeah,
Andre
I can't get into
just
it
the
anymore.
better
It's just
talent,
too
man.
unrealistic, you know? Yeah.
Like, what can Hulk Hogan do? Carry big people?
That's stupid.
Hey, and?
That's stupid. That's
Hey,
like
and?
Mickey Mouse stuff. I don't believe
Bro,
it.
remember when, like, Andre the Giant could do, like, 630 centons, dude? Like, that was insane when he did that in that match. You see that match, right? He did a 630 on Hulk Hogan, and then Hulk Hogan kicks out at 2. Like, what? You can't do that, dude.
Yeah, it just... The
messed up.
suspension of disbelief only goes so far. But Steven,
What were you thinking, Vince's dad?
my disbelief is fully suspended for Lucha Underground Fight to the Death, episode 29. It starts with a recap, just getting us caught up on the lore in case we missed it, which of course we didn't. We're the lore keepers. So we get a reminder that Mil Muertes was brought back to life by Katrina. And then he's going to fight Rey Fenix in a death match because he wants to. So that's good. Are you looking forward to the death match, Steven?
Yes. I love
Good.
death matches.
Great. The Grave Consequences match they had was good, so, you know. Next
Will
on
this
the
one be
recap-
as good? What if it's
Ooh.
worse, you know? What if it's like
Who's to
Kenny
say?
Omega versus Okada 20, you know?
20? Oh, man. That was my favorite, though, personally. I don't think enough people
Yeah.
give that one credit. But also, Hernandez and Prince Puma hate one another. They're going to be fighting for the Lucha Underground title, apparently this episode. They didn't do shit to promote it, like, in
Crazy.
the week's fault, like, to lead up to this. But
They
we're
did.
getting it.
They had
Well, like-
they had number 1 contender matches, and they were
they
hinting.
built to it, but they didn't promote
Oh.
it. They weren't like, tune in next week for the title match, you know?
Well,
It's
last week
always-
they didn't even. Last week they wanted to do it, but then Hernandez like, nah, we'll do it when I
You're
want to
right.
do it.
You're right.
Which I guess is this week when he wants to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know the
when
difference.
He's more prepared. When he has his ministry
Yeah.
attire put together, you know? That's when he's ready. And then also,
Yeah.
Steven, we have Johnny Mundo, and he's angry, and he screwed over Alberto El Patron. And so that's
Brr.
where we're left.
Fuck you, Alberto.
This is the
And
deep,
so-
deep lore.
The episode starts with Black Lotus, my favorite
Jesus.
character in Lucha Underground.
Yeah, you connect to her,
And,
you relate to her.
Yeah, and Chavo's like, "Yo, Black Lotus, dude. My grandpa saw your family get murdered, dude. Okay, us Guerreros, we
Guerreros.
related somehow. I don't know how.
But yeah, because Black
they
Lotus
just
is like,
are.
you remember from last episode, she escaped the Cum Man's chamber, and she's going to
Yeah.
find Dario Cueto's brother, right? And then Chavo made the deal with the Cum Man that, like, if he can clear his debt in Mexico, Chavo will protect Black Lotus, blah, blah, blah,
I also
blah,
think they name dropped Drago Azteca as his name, which I don't think they ever did ever.
I think they did, because last
Did
week...
they?
I think so, because at one point I remember
Okay.
discussing with you what his name was, and I think it was already... I don't think I would have done that if it weren't done in the show.
Yeah.
You know?
They call him
I
the
don't
Cum
think
Man,
so.
guys.
But Cum Man
The
is
signature
easier.
catchphrase.
Yeah.
Um,
Come with me. It makes sense.
Come with
But
me.
she's just wandering in like broad daylight, and then Chavo finds her. You know.
Like, yo, you can't do that. You're a woman in LA. It's not gonna end up well for you, man.
In Boyle Heights,
Like-
East LA, this is not gonna go well.
Yeah.
You're right, Steven. And what's it? Yeah, he's like the Cuetos, or no, sorry, the Guerreros hate the Cuetos just as much as you do. And so
Why? Why are the Guerreros such like a high lineage, man? They're in everywhere. You know?
I don't
They're just
know.
everywhere.
I have no goddamn clue, but Black Lotus by the end of the little... is it a promo? Is it a vignette? Chavo has her thoroughly
Live action
convinced.
skit.
Live action.
She's like, yeah,
you're so
that's
right.
good enough for me. You know?
She's intrigued, so she goes with Chavo, which I don't
And-
know the thinking here. I don't know how Chavo so easily convinced her, but let's go. You know?
It's because of his lineage as a Guerrero. You know, the people known for lying and cheating
And stealing.
being
You forget
bad
that one.
people.
All those.
Yeah.
And she's like, this is
Very
the man.
trustworthy.
He's the... Instead of the Cum Man, this is who I should be hanging out with. It makes sense. It makes sense.
So the episode, right? It starts with the band Los Rydebacks.
What?
That's their name. I wrote it down.
Whoa.
Los Rydebacks.
Oh my
It's like, oh my god, Ryback has a band? That's awesome.
I thought this was still like the Sergio Mendoza guy or whatever. I didn't
No.
realize we had a new crew on our hands. This is exciting.
I know.
Vampiro doesn't even say
Crazy.
their name though. That's so sad.
Yeah, they just get like title cards and like that's good enough for me.
Fucked up. That's messed up.
And I don't
Did
know.
you
I don't know what
notice, too?
Vampiro says here.
Did you notice that when Melissa does the ring announcing for the first match, what she says?
Huh?
She
What'd
says,
she say?
the following lucha is scheduled for one fall, which is the first time I've consciously noted that she says following lucha. I don't know if she's done it up to this point. This might be the first episode where she does.
Speaking of Melissa, her attire this episode was crazy. Like, she had this weird, like, pendant on her forehead. She looked more alien, right? Than the actual alien in the show, which is crazy.
It looks like something a Bratz doll would wear. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, it was really odd. Yeah. She looked pretty, you know? So
maybe it's like LA fashion, you know, and I just don't get it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, speaking of the alien, Aerostar comes in, right? And he's wearing like these American colors because he's known for being the most American wrestler ever.
He is. American hero.
And he's like, yo, it's me, Aerostar, dude. I'm from space, dude. And I still have a job since Vampiro.
Yo, yeah. Fuck Drago. That's what he said. And then, as the crowd is cheering him, as he says, fuck Drago, Johnny Mundo comes out. And Matt Striker points out, this is Johnny Mundo's first match as a bad guy. And so, I know, we're getting this meaner, more aggressive Johnny Mundo.
And he starts, like, ground pounding him, dude. It was crazy, that Johnny Mundo guy.
I mean, I'll be honest. I don't really care about this match that much, aside from the fact that Johnny threw Alberto through some glass, and now Johnny's a bad guy. So Johnny did bad guy things. He was like very aggressive.
It's like Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. Well, how? I don't want to agree with that.
When he threw the other guy through the window, he became a bad guy.
You're so right. Yeah.
Or in some people's worlds, he super kicked him, but that never happened.
He didn't?
He did not. He threw him.
He didn't super kick Marty
Wait,
Jannetty?
did he throw him or super kick him? I don't actually know.
Wait,
oh my gosh.
You might be right, but I thought he super kicked him through the barbershop window.
No, he doesn't. No, he throws him right to the barbershop window.
I don't know. See, even the first time I saw the barbershop window skit was when the Miz recreated it and it was like, I'm the Shawn Michaels, you're the Jannetty, and that was the storyline for like 3 months.
Yeah, he throws him. I looked it up.
Oh my god, that's devastating.
That's crazy.
Steven, how do you feel about the Action Bronson song called Rockers? It's Action Bronson with Wiz Khalifa, and the chorus goes, hit him with that dropkick Marty Jannetty, just over and over again. I really like it.
Big shout out to Marty Jannetty, dude.
Yo, shouts out.
Honestly, well-deserved dub. Even though he's really weird with his daughter, and says he would fuck his daughter if they weren't related. It's pretty cool, you know? Pretty.
Yeah. I think despite the crippling alcoholism, he's a great guy. You know? Maybe. Potentially. We don't know. He's always been an alcoholic.
I don't know him personally. You know?
But no. Johnny Mundo's here, and I would say it's different from the barbershop window because Johnny Mundo used to be flamboyant, but now Johnny Mundo's all aggressive and mean, whereas Shawn Michaels became mean and then got progressively more flamboyant as he got meaner.
He became a stripper.
He did, and Johnny Mundo, I think, is becoming further from a stripper with this heel turn. So, that's something
He's an MMA fighter. Because in this match, he's doing more MMA ground style, as Matt Striker said. Which really just means rest holds.
But Matt Striker also said at one point, Johnny Mundo didn't really change his moveset tonight. He more just changed his attitude. And so, like, I don't know, man. I don't know, like, but Johnny wins. Johnny wins.
I like the part in commentary when Vampiro's like, new drinking game, guys. You know I say brother a lot? Every time I say brother, you better drink. Brother. Like, oh, okay.
Brother. It's awesome. Dude. It's awesome. Steven,
and I was watching like 1.75 speed.
Me too.
It was like
Let's go.
Really good for my ears.
Brother. Hell yeah. Steven, I think you should, because I know you watch Lucha Underground for this podcast when you're at work. I think you should just bring a flask with you and drink every time Vampiro says brother.
Unironically, I could probably get away with that.
Yeah.
Unironically speaking.
Let's go.
Don't quote that, dude. Don't send that to my employers, guys.
Steven, if you want to agree, I will start drinking just so you start drinking on the job, okay?
Let's go.
I won't do it on the job. I'll do it just like on my couch. But it'll still be me drinking alone, which is pretty sad.
Well, you're breaking your promise of being straight edge, you know?
I broke my promise of being straight edge, like, August 2021 when a kid was like, I'll buy you a beer. And I was like, okay. And then it tasted like banana and I couldn't drink it. So, it happens.
This beer tastes like banana. I can't drink this.
I couldn't drink it. And then it made my throat close up because I kept forcing myself to drink it. And then my sister made me like another drink like a couple months later.
This beer tastes too much like banana, dude.
Listen, but then my throat got tingly, started closing up, And then my sister made me some like grapefruit drink like a few months later, and then I drank that, and my throat started to close up again. So I think I'm allergic. I don't know.
Allergic to beer?
No, it wasn't
like really shit
grapefruit
beer, too, I
beer.
assume.
It was just alcohol.
Oh.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh.
I have no.
Annoying.
Maybe I'm just a pussy. You know, maybe that's it. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe or both.
Then we cut to the next segment of Vampiro interviewing Sexy Star.
Oh my god, Steven, I love
Vampiro's
this. I love
attire,
that
dude.
you're leading the train this episode. Oh, you're conducting.
Dude, Vampiro's attire, he looks like a prisoner, dude. Okay.
Vampiro always looks like a prisoner. What are you talking
but he
about?
was wearing like an orange jumpsuit, and with his like tat and stuff, he looks like a generic like prisoner from like any movie.
And then he's just sitting there next to Sexy Star, like in her mask, like all tiny compared to him. It was a crazy visual.
Yeah.
And then he just starts the interview by asking, "Yo, Pentagon Jr. seems obsessed with you. Why is that?" And then Sexy's like, I don't know. And then Vampiro says, "Are you worried about the consequences of antagonizing Pentagon?" And she's like, "Would you ask that question to me if I were a man?" And
Fair point.
Vamp probably would have, though. Like, to be fair, like Vamp's a dick regardless of gender.
I mean, it's like when Brandy does that one promo, which is like, not a guy black, meet a black bitch.
Yo,
or something like that.
I think Sexy Star hit that same line during this interview. That was crazy, you know?
Yeah.
That was insane.
The part where Vampiro's like, "Sexy Star, do you still talk to Superfly ever since you unmasked him on TV?"
And she was like, "Nah."
Nah, why would I do
he's
that?
injured. Why would I do that? Yeah, what the fuck?
Especially in the hospital, you know? Fuck visiting him.
And then Vampiro's like, "Oh yeah, I remember that. You let Pentagon break his arm." And then Sexy was like, well, no, I didn't. And then Vampiro was like,
I was out of the ring, remember? Come on, dude.
yeah, she couldn't do anything to defend him. And then Vampiro was like, "What would a win over Pentagon mean to you?" And then she's like, "Well, I beat him already. I beat him and it felt
That's
good."
fair.
And
Pretty
then
fair.
Vampiro was like, "Oh, well, you're going to fight him again next week in a submission match." That's the
my.
segment. Somehow we got the worst Vampiro interview yet out of this. You know, usually they're fun. I don't know
You
what
think
the
these are
fuck this
scripted?
was.
Are they scripted or are they
No.
like on the spot?
I think they give them scripts, and I think
Yeah.
Vampiro does what he desires. You
He
know,
just improvs?
and I don't think he means to improv. I think he just forgets his script. You know, I just think
It's
he
fair,
can't
it
keep it
happens,
all
you
in
know?
that little head of his. And then
I'm
the
all for it,
wrestlers
though.
are trying to go with their script. And also, too, you could just tell me Sexy Star is saying whatever with those yellow captions at the bottom of the screen. You know, I don't know Spanish.
Honestly, you
So-
can just do anything you want, you know?
You
Make
really
her cut
could.
like the 316 promo, man.
Oh yeah,
I wouldn't know.
I think she should. I think she should.
Um,
Steven, what do we have next?
oh, dude, we got one of the main events. They said,
We're breezing through this episode of Lucha Underground, man.
dude, this is like the first 10 minutes of the episode.
It really is. It really is. We get a world championship match next, and it's not the main. It's not the final match on
No,
the
it's
card.
one of the main events, dude. Okay.
Oh, my bad.
First one.
And it is the God Hernandez, and he's fighting the Lucha
my
champion, accompanied by Conan, Prince Puma. Steven,
Yeah,
how
poor Puma, man. This
excited-
match had like months of build up, and now they defend it. They like end the story in like the mid card,
Yeah,
some random
like,
episode.
with 40 minutes left in the episode. And it's not because they're giving the match 40 minutes. Hernandez can't go 40 minutes in 2015, okay?
Poor Puma, man. Poor
It's
guy.
It's tough, but I knew it. They can't do a title change if that isn't the main event, you know? Like Puma's
Yeah.
definitely retaining.
Yeah.
And then my favorite thing, Steven, it's like a minute into the match, Conan gets sent to the outside, and Prince Puma does the did I say Conan? No, I meant to say Hernandez. Hernandez gets sent to the outside, and then Puma does the Hernandez strut. Okay, he does. I don't even know how to like. It's fucking crazy. He's like locking
Yeah.
step. It's insane. Puma
And then he did a
does
bunch
it.
of backflips.
That's how you know things are serious. Okay, he's mocking his competitor. This is something we usually
Cooler.
don't see from
Because
Puma.
backflips.
Cooler because of the backflips. You're right. And then like immediately after this, Puma hits like a drop kick, and then Conan starts screaming from the outside, "Finish him, Puma! Finish him!"
Puma,
we are a
finish
minute.
him right now. It's like,
A minute.
It's like pointing his thumb like down.
What is he supposed to do? How? And so, also, this is the part in my notes where I write down, why is Hernandez dressed like he is in the Undertaker's ministry? Like is all black with a big cross across his chest. It's crazy looking. Okay.
Big fan of Dominic Mysterio, that's why.
Oh
you know?
Shit, me too. That's his godson,
attire.
or it's Conan's godson, but close enough, you know.
Is that really a thing?
Yeah, because Rey Mysterio said it in like a shoot interview that Conan is the godfather of Dominic.
That's crazy. I don't know what a godfather does.
They like,
have one.
I think legally,
do.
they like if the parents die and they're a minor, they acquire guardianship. So
Imagine a universe where Rey Mysterio dies and you
if
get
it
like
weren't Pero
Dominic as
Aguayo,
the son
if it
of
were Rey
Conan.
Mysterio on the receiving end of that 619, oh my god,
Yeah.
that's so messed up. That's so messed up.
Oh my
But-
god, speaking of Rey Mysterio, I was watching this TikTok of like King Mysterio. You know who that is, right?
Mm-mm.
Oh, dude, I felt bad for King Mysterio, dude. He's like
Who's
the
King
son of the original
Mysterio?
Rey Mysterio. He's the son of the original Rey Mysterio, right?
Doesn't Ray just mean king?
Yeah. But
okay.
the original Rey Mysterio, right? His cousin is the one from the WWE. But Rey Mysterio's been wrestling for a longer time than King Mysterio. So every time so he posts a picture of himself or like video of himself like wrestling, people always like, "You're just a knockoff Rey Mysterio.
True.
You're not the real one."
Honestly.
And you know what's crazy is that like I read this once on Wikipedia, my most favorite source. People like use his name to like mispromote him as Rey Mysterio.
Hell yeah. Rightfully
And
so.
one show he found out, he's like, "Shit, I'm not doing this show," so he left. Right? He just no-showed it.
Yeah.
And the booker's like, "Yo, dude, come here, random dude. Put this mask on. You're Rey Mysterio now."
Yo, so true though. That's
I feel
pretty
so
good.
bad for the guy, man. For King Mysterio.
Poor, always in the shadow, always in the shadow. I have to say,
Yeah.
Steven, while we're talking about Rey Mysterio, I just need to give credit to my parents. They were saints because as a little 9-year-old, they were so kind as to let me change our my entire family shared a desktop. They let me change the screensaver, the background, to just Rey Mysterio fan edit. Okay, it was just him jumping out of the sky and it said Rey Mysterio Jr. and like big red font. It was crazy.
Wow.
Looking. Yeah.
Imagine seeing that every time you launch the computer. Finding your
Every
taxes.
time.
You see Rey Mysterio. It's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I think so.
Mine was
so.
I think mine was just default. I don't think I ever changed mine, to be honest. My wallpapers.
That's so lame. That is so
What?
lame.
I like the grass field. It's sick.
Whatever.
But speaking of the match, Hernandez is powering through Puma the entire time, right? That's the match.
I mean, essentially. And then at one point, Conan gets on the apron with his cane, and he's like, "Hernandez, come over here." And then Hernandez comes over there. And then Prince Puma's on the outside. He grabs a chair from under the ring. Prince Puma's
What?
a good guy. Why
You
would he
can't
grab
do
a
that.
chair? Oh my god, that's how you
illegal.
know things are heated between these two. You know, willing to stoop to
personal.
tactics. It is beyond personal, Steven.
Yeah.
And so Hernandez is like, "Fuck you, Conan." He turns around, he goes for a suicide dive on Puma, and Puma brains him with the chair, okay?
Yikes.
He dives right into it. And then Hernandez almost gets beat at one point by Prince Puma. And then Prince
Gosh.
Puma gets desperate. He starts rolling up Hernandez, and he can't get the win.
No,
then-
no.
He hits a 630 and he wins. So
What's
Puma's
well, you
still a
see,
champion.
the beginning, or more like near the end of the match, Hernandez goes on the top rope, right? He's getting
He does.
really risky with his maneuvers. He wants to end Puma quickly by doing this really big dive on him, but he misses
No.
and then loses after that.
This is so sad. This is so sad, Steven.
And then
But-
Puma's like, "Yeah, I won." And then it cuts like commercial break. I don't think
Yeah,
he
that's
gets
pretty
like
much it. It wasn't-
an outro or anything.
Yeah, like I get
a
why they put
celebration.
it on as the semi-main, you know? Because again, they pre-record this shit. They could have made it the main
Yeah.
event on a different week if they wanted to.
I
But
really should have.
no, I don't think, because like the match just like, it was whatever, you know? Like I was expecting
Yeah.
it to be a little bit better. But it was. I mean, it was fine. Prince Puma was always good. Hernandez is a god, and I feel like he didn't get treated that way tonight. You know,
Power man match.
Yeah.
Little man power man match. It's Kevin Nash's favorite match.
Exactly. But Steven, this is all in preparation for the main event of the evening.
With 1 week of build-up, by the way, guys.
Hell yeah. Let's go. I think it's 2 weeks, right?
Is it 2 weeks? It might be 2 weeks.
2 weeks ago that Pascual Mendoza
Yeah, 2 weeks versus like 2 months of build-up for the Puma match.
The thing is, Hernandez will probably get another shot at the title, right?
Probably.
The chair was used and all that kind of stuff. Conan was
chair
interfering.
match.
Yeah, something. Or Hernandez is just gone from the company, never to be seen again. One of the two.
Fair.
And Steven, it's Rey Fenix. It's Mil Muertes. Katrina is back. She has revived Mil Muertes. We learned her love for Rey Fenix was a fraud this entire time. It was not real. It was fake for TV, okay?
It was a fake cuck. She was cucking Mil.
Well, she was real cucking him. She just, like, her heart wasn't in it, you know? But she was still cucking
She ran
him.
back to Mil. Or Mil ran back to her.
Well, Mil is kind of, like, not in a position of power here. You know, Katrina's kind of abusing her position of power. Like, I'll bring you back to life if you love me. Yeah, but that's what I mean, you know? Like,
it's a pretty good deal, though, you know?
I guess, but maybe Mil wants to come back to life and not be in love with Katrina, you know?
Yeah? You think he wants free will in this prison of his state of mind right now of being a zombie?
Because there's no way, if Mil Muertes had free will, he wouldn't have felt inspired to murder Chavo Guerrero, okay? Like, he just doesn't seem like a dude who would care that much. But for some reason, he has a hard-on for Chavo. I don't get it.
I love how, like, Mil's powered up form is just him wearing contacts, by the way.
Hell yeah.
Did it him?
Well, okay,
he's just, like, light blue contacts now.
When he comes out, he is a little bit different than we last saw him, you know, because he has come back to life from the Grave Consequences match. He now no longer wears blue pajama pants. He now wears black tights. I know, I cried.
It's like Superman when he came back from the dead. It's just black.
I hated it.
With light blue contacts.
With light contacts.
Speaking of Mil, he comes out, right, of the entrance ramp. And they're the boys behind. The skeleton boys, dude. The Skelebros.
Go.
The Brolatons.
The disciples of death are here, Steven.
And they're shirtless now. It's
they
crazy.
Have their chests fully exposed. Okay,
they're not skeleton. They're just wearing skeleton masks. They have skin.
I don't like this, okay? Because in my personal lore, and I think in the Following Lucha lore, and this is the official lore, of course.
Of course.
They are real skeleton people. I don't know why Matt Striker's like, the people under the skeleton masks. No. Those are skeleton men.
They're skeleton men.
Can't convince me otherwise.
Maybe they couldn't get past, like, the metal detector as just being a bare bone dude. So they went in with skin.
Yeah, no, you're right. That would be concerning. But basically,
there probably is no metal
army.
detector for this show, too.
It's Mil Muertes. He has contacts. He has Katrina. And he has 3 little skeleton men with him. And they all move creepy. Like, they move like that one character from Tekken. Or not Tekken. Soul Calibur. Okay? Do you know in Soul Calibur, the guy with, like, blades for hands and he, like, waves them all crazy? That's how the skeleton people
clown
move.
guy?
It might be the clown guy. I don't know. There are only so many people in Soul Calibur. Yoda was one of them.
There are so many, though.
There are.
Darth Vader.
The Apprentice.
The Witcher.
Is crazy.
It's too many.
The Witcher was in Soul Calibur?
Yeah, he was in the last one.
Oh my god.
When
was the last Soul Calibur released?
Like 5 years ago.
No. Are they going to make a new one?
Probably.
Let's go.
I hope they add, like, Roman Reigns with a sword. That'd be awesome.
Steven, that would be all I play is Soul Calibur with you, okay? Every night. Just ooh-wah, you know? Exactly.
Ooh-wah.
Exactly. But
listen, Rey comes out, right? What?
Yeah, because I was going to say, Rey Fenix does come out, and that's our confirmation. Because if you remember, Steven, the first time we saw the skeleton men, tonight is not the first time. We saw them emerge on top of the lockers when Rey Fenix was getting changed in the locker room, like last week or the week before. And we were confused, like, is it implied that the skeleton men come down from the lockers and beat up Rey? Is it a hallucination?
I thought they dragged him to hell.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
But apparently they just didn't touch him because Rey Phoenix comes out and he's fine.
They're spooking him.
Yeah, they were just like, ooh.
Like, hey man, we might hurt you. Ooh, that'd be pretty scary. We just beat you up. We won't. And they just go back up to the ceiling. I guess.
Makes sense. It makes sense. Or they sunk into the lockers. I don't really know how it works, Steven. But point is, they're here with Mil. Rey Fenix is out here, and he tries a suicide dive before the match even begins on an unsuspecting Mil Muertes.
Oh my gosh.
Steven, what happens when he tries diving in the Mil?
According to Matt Stryker, he hits Mil, but Mil no-sells it. And if he was like a boss in a video game, he'll still be in the green bar zone.
Wow, is that what Matt Stryker said?
That's what Matt Stryker said.
Oh, that's douchey. Oh my, he bounces off of Mil is what happens. Okay, it does not affect him. And I guess he is still in.
Oh, we learned what a death match is, guys.
Oh
it's
yeah,
like
a
regular match.
But listen, it's a regular match.
You lose by pinfall submission.
Dario Cueto said a pinfall submission exactly has to occur in the ring, Steven.
Mm-hmm.
So different.
So it's like
because
it's like a
before you could like
you can lose if you're outside too long.
Yeah. So
yeah, man.
Yeah. So this match is different because it's a death match. So let's just get things straight before we get.
They don't
too
die
far
though.
into
They don't die. They don't.
Well, they may. We don't know for sure.
They could.
For sure.
But they don't lose if they die.
Like it's not a stipulation
theoretically,
that you must die. Yeah.
Well, if you die, you can technically win. You know, if you're just
if you die, but you die and your corpse is on top of your opponent in the middle of the ring and their shoulders are down for 3 seconds, you could win this death match.
Like let's say like you fall down from the ceiling, land on your neck, right? And you're just done. But you land on someone else, you're good. You won, you know?
Precisely. This fortunately does not happen, Steven. We're spared a shoot death during this match. And the match is actually sick as hell. I really enjoyed this. I thought it was like, if it was as good, if not better, I think, than the Grave Consequences match, which was also sick.
Spots.
And like, it's crazy because Mil looks cool, right? Guys, as much as I love his pajama pants, they looked so bad, okay?
Well, the thing about like just things in general, if you make a thing, but make it black, it always looks cooler.
It's true. It's true.
That's how it works. Like you wear like a shirt, you can see your man boobs. Just wear a black shirt. It'll hide it, and you look cooler. You know. It's just how it works,
I was picturing like the Blue Meanie, how he wears a shirt with his tits exposed. I was so confused. Like just because that's black does not make that acceptable, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
I watched the video of like some guy recapping like 2016 WrestleManias. And he said JBL beat up a character from the Beatles like cartoon movie. Like,
what?
Oh, that's pretty funny because he's the Blue Meanie.
2016
Yellow Submarine.
WrestleMania?
Yeah, he used to do like recaps of every WrestleMania or every episode of Raw weekly, and then he gave up because he realized.
Yeah, that is so sad.
Well, the thing is, they're always like satirical, like writing, like a lot of editing and stuff. I don't know how he did it.
Every week, that's crazy.
Every week, yeah, he stopped like 6 years ago. So,
do you want to start watching Raw every week?
Depends.
On
Depends
what?
how long it is. Depends.
If
2-point speed, you know.
If we lived in the same apartment and it were just like on, sure, we could watch it. Maybe
noise for Raw.
We could have it on, but like that's the only context in which I would ever be able to watch Raw again on a weekly basis. You know, like I just can't. It's tough, Steven. It's tough.
Raw.
But
I like Raw.
Listen, we got to get back to this death match because it's really cool, and Mil Muertes looks cool, and also Mil feels like more powerful, if that makes sense. Like everything he does.
Now he does more
impact.
power moves.
Which is not to say like Rey Fenix looked weaker, because Rey Fenix also felt like he was better, which is crazy because Rey Fenix hasn't done jack shit since that Grave Consequences match.
Ever since he cocked someone, he just got a little weaker, you know.
Yeah, like he hasn't been doing anything
much.
But he showed out. He was doing great here. And then at one point, Mil Muertes just gets Rey Fenix up onto his shoulders, fireman carry position, and runs up the temple stairs with him. And it looked so comical on 1.75 speed, okay? And then
he just dragged him. It was so funny.
They get to the very top, and then Mil just like slams him through the ceiling of like a janitor's closet, like 7 feet, 8 feet, probably more.
Insane.
Down to his
in the office when I watched it.
And then
I wonder how they do that spot. That was insane. Like, how do they do that?
That is, yeah, I didn't really think about it, but just
it's like, cause is he standing on it or does he not stand on it?
He is standing on it, but they probably worked through it beforehand. Like, don't.
Is it like one
here.
part? Yeah, but like when they land, how do you land? You know,
there's probably like cushions below.
You think it's
like,
cushions? They just fucking moved it away.
Well, yeah, because
like when they open the door.
where Phoenix lands, you can't see, because it's in like a janitor's closet, and then they cut to commercial, and when they come back, the disciples of death have had enough. They break into the janitor's closet and they grab.
You've been in there too long.
Too long. So yeah, I assumed there were mattresses, there was padding there, you know.
And so they grabbed Ray Phoenix, right? And they drag him back into the ring, and Mil's like, all right, man, you're gonna get flatliner now. I'm sorry. And then he wins.
1, 2, 3.
The flatliner's still like the most generic looking move ever, in my opinion.
I think he makes it look cool. I think he makes it look so cool.
He just falls backwards.
Again, the best criticism of it is when I heard it called the self rock bottom, because it is that. it is a self rock bottom. But like
he just falls on his back.
But like he's spiking their face into the canvas, you know? Okay,
but so the DDT looks cooler, right?
No, DDT spikes your head into the canvas. Depending on how you do it. So
that's Johnny Gargano's finisher, dude, is a DDT. I learned that the other day.
Flatliner's badass because you can like catch an opponent unsuspecting with a flatliner. You can
came with a DDT.
No, only with like a tornado, which Mil Muertes is doing a tornado DDT.
You can counter the spear with a DDT. I saw that once.
But the spear is one of Mil's finishing moves.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. You counter into a spear.
No one's gonna be doing it to him.
What?
Because it's his move. Jesus.
Who owns the spear, man?
Mil Muertes.
Braun Breaker.
Okay, listen. Katrina gets into the ring after Ray Phoenix is pinned. This is her former. These are her 2 lovers in the ring, okay? And she doesn't even stand up. She crawls into the ring, and then she crawls on like to Ray Phoenix and on top of him before licking his face and departing from. Does Phoenix have a cool nickname? Like
Phoenix?
The man. Oh, the man of 1,000 lives, right? That's what it is.
Oh.
Because Mil Muertes is the man of 1,000 deaths.
We're like those like YouTubers that like recap wrestling like stories, and we always have to like come up with like another name for the wrestler.
Well,
they do like a video about John Cena, the man with no face, the leader of the C Nation.
Well, that's true.
The Invisible Man.
He was the leader of the C Nation. To be fair, the
person with the most Make-A-Wish wishes.
True. Also true.
They just can't say John Cena for some reason.
Well, it gets too repetitive if you say John Cena over and over again. But Katrina licks him, and then I think this is her farewell to Ray Phoenix. This is her saying goodbye. I used you, and now Mil Muertes is stronger. Which, again, do you think this is like Lucha Underground realizing Mil Muertes is really cool? Let's retcon. Let's not retcon, but let's make a new story where he can come back. Or are they like, was this the plan from the get-go, and they wanted Mil Muertes to die and come back to life? Because that doesn't feel planned.
Yeah, he already died, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's like his first storyline too, where he lost.
Yeah. I don't quite understand what the direction was originally. Maybe they only had Pasquale Mendoza on retainer for like 6 months, and then they were able to offer him more money.
Maybe it's like the Hurt Business, where they break up and then come back together like 20 times.
And you're saying this with Mil Muertes and him being alive? You mean like he will die like every 6 months and then come back? Okay.
He's the equivalent of the Hurt Business, yeah.
And every time he dies, he comes back stronger. Just like the Hurt Business, of course. And so, Steven, I want to say to you that this is where the episode ends. I want to say this was the main event of the evening. Let's all go home. Let's all get to the week of. But I can't say that, because we had one more segment before we closed out the show, and I had to text you. I had to make sure you watched this, because I know sometimes you skip the end segments, but this was important.
No, I didn't this time, because I was watching at 1.75 speed, so it's so
it got there too
fast.
Quickly. I understand. But Steven, do you remember last week what the main event of Lucha Underground was?
It was the ladder match for the trios title.
It was a trios ladder match where a one-legged woman beat up Mr. Cisco, and retained the trios tag titles. Cuck Angle beat the Crew, and this is after Dario's numerous warnings. Guys, you're embarrassing me. Guys, I can only give you so many chances. Guys, if you continue to disappoint me, there will be consequences. And now we get to find out what those consequences are. This is the moment.
Dario's in his dungeon, you know. This is the only time we see Dario in the episode.
It is.
Like, hey, you three, come here. All right, you guys are fucking pussies.
And he's saying this to the Crew, which is slander.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the Crew's like, oh shit. They might be right. Maybe
they're in a dark room. This is the room where the cage is. You know that cage that Dario's always talking to, and we've kind of pieced together that it's his brother in the cage somehow, and Black Lotus wants to kill the growling brother. Black Lotus wants to murder it.
Bring a gun in.
Well, they brought the crew in, or Dario rather brought the crew in, and he says, "You guys," and I wrote down the promo, Steven, so I'm going to read it verbatim if you don't mind. Okay. He says, "Do you guys have any more excuses? Is there anything you want to say to me? I have no choice left." And they're just sitting there in silence, or standing there in silence. The crew
they're like, "Oh shit, maybe he's right. You know, maybe he has a point, man."
They're ashamed because they've been Dario's right-hand men from the beginning, and it's just really like they're probably getting paid some money, you know, and for them to disappoint.
Hot dogs,
exactly,
with relish.
Hot dogs. For the three of them, they have to share 2 hot dogs. It's really sad.
All right, you get the bun today. I get the dog. All right.
Damn, but Dario says, "El Jefe will not be embarrassed. And the 3 of you are an embarrassment. So somebody has to pay for this. Choose." And then you cut to the crew, Steven. It's Cortez on the left. It's Bael in the middle. It's Mr. Cisco on the right, okay? And you see the quick glance. You see Cortez and Cisco both glance to the middle, and it's Bael. And there's this quick moment, a sad moment, I'd say.
Not even push them.
They grab him. They apprehend Bael. They grab him by either arm. This is their friend. This is their compatriot, Steven. This is the man they met.
Well, remember,
just like a month ago.
The way that Bael joined the crew was that he was some random fan wanting to help the crew win some title or something. I forgot what happened.
He wanted to help Big Rick or some shit, and then. Yeah, they didn't know this man a few weeks ago, but they've become quick friends since, okay? You know, they've developed a bond unlike any other. They are brothers, they are the crew, and they are the most dominant force in professional wrestling. But this is a devastating moment.
This was my heartbreak, by the way. This is like when Shawn Michaels kicked Martin Jannetty.
No.
Out of the
Action Bronson needs a song for this moment, okay? Action Bronson needs
like the crew did.
No.
To my boy Bael. That made me really cry. I wanted to sail away.
Don't say
to my happy
it,
place.
Steven. Don't say it because they grab Bael by the arms. Dario yells, "Grab him!" Even though they already have grabbed him. And then he says,
"Grab him more."
Against the bars. And so they bring Bael, as he's kind of struggling a little bit, against the bars where Dario's brother is. And then they cut to a shot of Cortez and Cisco's faces, and blood just starts spurting up onto it, splattering with blood. There's these growling sounds. There's the shaking motion, Steven. And this is the moment I told you many weeks ago. I said, Steven, you wait for your TikTok. You wait to save the Markiplier bite of 97 or whatever the fuck, okay? You wait for one moment. And well, that's sad. This was the moment I was telling you to wait for. As the brother behind the bars just tears into Bael's skull, eats him to shreds, and
it's like Mortal Kombat.
Gets crazy blood everywhere.
It's pretty brutal, you know, for like the tone of the show. Yeah. Like this is the most brutal thing ever for like no reason.
Like, legitimately, it's like blood splattering all over their faces, and then it's a close up on Bael's hands, which are like grabbing the bars, and you see them also bloody now go limp, and then that's it.
Holy shit! See, when I was watching this, I didn't realize this was his brother in the bars. I legit thought the crew just smashed his head against the bars.
Oh shit!
It's like fucking until like blood came out.
So brutal. No,
that's what I thought happened for a second.
The crew was disturbed doing this. They didn't want to do it. They pressed up Bael's head against it. Dario's brother, presumably, ate the man's skull, his bald skull. Also, can we talk about how I'm just now realizing as the character dies that Bael looks like Dave Bautista for no reason? Okay, like a lot like Dave Bautista. And so they just feed Batista to the Cueto brother, and then they cut to Dario, and Dario has like a drop of blood on his cheek, and Dario wipes it across his face, and thus ends the episode.
Yeah, what a weird way to end the episode, by the way. Like, what the fuck? Like,
is just 2 men.
This is like something
boys.
on like HBO, you know?
It is. But I understand it, because like, yeah, Hernandez lost, whatever. Yeah, Rey Fenix lost, whatever. We lost the life of one of the most special men on this roster.
We lost a former friend, dude. Okay? That guy wasn't a wrestler when he joined the company. He was some fan. He wanted to participate in the action. He didn't realize the errors of his mistakes, okay? His hubris, dude. It's a lesson, guys. All right? This is the true meaning of wrestling. It's not fun and games, okay? You fucking die, dude.
As a 15-year-old, I didn't have many friends, okay? I went to school. I didn't talk to anyone. And I came home and I watched wrestling. And my favorite wrestlers were the Crew. I love Mr. Cisco. I love Cortez Castro. I love Bael. They were my friends. They were my friends. I didn't have real friends.
Fair.
So yeah, Bael's
Just imagine.
Dead.
Why'd they pick Bael, by the way? Not like the guy in another team.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of happy it was Bael that died. Like
the worst one of the Crew.
Yeah, like if Mr. Cisco died, I may have shed real tears.
Dude, Cisco would have been like, fuck. Oh, this is real shit now, dude. Oh, this is real now.
Yeah.
But this is the first like death in Lucha Underground, right?
Oh yeah, it is. Well, we haven't got to the comic books yet, so yes.
Okay, pretty brutal death, by the way.
Well, no, technically, remember Mil Muertes died, but he came back to life.
Yeah,
so.
that's right. Fucking starved to death. What's worse, starving to death, being eaten alive,
It's a good question. It's a fair question. Has no one's neck been snapped? I feel like I remember someone's neck getting snapped in the previous episode.
So. Like, I think Pentagon just snaps like limbs, but not necks.
Maybe. But what's it that? Oh yeah, Dario says, "Have I made myself clear?" And then Mr. Cisco and Cortez respond, "Yes, sir," in unison. I miss Bael. I do.
Yeah, he got eaten to death. Pretty brutal. Like that was like raw meat. You can't really eat raw human flesh. That gets you sick.
Yeah, also I feel like the living conditions aren't ideal to begin with. The man lives in a cage, as far as we're aware. So,
it was in a basement.
Yeah.
Without any sunlight whatsoever.
No sunlight. This is such a dark room. But Steven, do you have any last words? To eulogize our beloved Bael?
Bael, you're more interesting than Daniel Garcia.
That's not true. Don't say that. That's so hurtful. Oh my god.
You're more interesting than Wheeler Yuta.
That's
Bael.
fair. Okay, that's a very good point.
Are people bored of Yuta already? I feel like no one talks about him anymore.
I think they were starting to be
the pure title.
But now he's in a storyline with MJF, and I think people are like, "Oh, this is good again." I think. I don't watch
good now,
wrestling,
guys.
So it's tough. Steven, that was Fight to the Death was the name of that episode.
Fight to the Death.
Rey Fenix did not die in the death match, but Bael did die. So a death was delivered. And I'm upset because it was the Crew. But
it was like,
you know what?
Was his face in the cage while he gets eaten? Was that what happened?
Yo, I don't really know.
Was his head between the bars of the cage, right?
Maybe they stuck his head through the slot where you feed Dario's brother.
Like his nose pointing out, right?
He just ate his nose. That's all it was.
You think it's like a glory hole for heads?
A glory hole for heads. Steven, regular glory holes are glory holes for heads. I don't know what you mean, man.
The other head.
Oh, might be.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's just how they feed. Because maybe Dario's doing this usually. Maybe he it's not his wrestlers he's feeding to his brother, but just people he finds on the street,
In the crowd, just homeless guys.
Yeah, the believers, they get eaten. This is so sad.
Oh, you're wearing an orange neon John Cena t-shirt? Come here, kid. You're about to see some backstage action, dude, okay?
It all adds up.
Puma, man.
There's a reason. Matt Stryker said in episode 1, there's a distinct lack of children in collared t-shirts here. We know why.
Him to his brother.
No.
Yeah.
Steven, I think it's about time we get to our week of what else happened in the week of wrestling at the time of this gruesome episode of Lucha Underground.
I don't know what happened on May 25th.
27th, but close. My
27th.
ring light just fell again, and I think that means it's time for us to transition over. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Welcome, guys, to the recap of the week of May 27th.
Let's
I don't know
go.
what happened this week. What happened this week?
I mean, honestly, not much. I tried to find what I could, but there wasn't too much going on in wrestling.
Why is May so boring? Why can it be like
know.
fun and exciting? When is AJ Styles debuting, dude? Was it like next year?
Listen, Steven. We're not quite there. It is next year. I think it's beginning of 2016 at the Royal Rumble. But we have NXT Takeover Unstoppable to talk about this week, okay?
What?
Do you remember NXT Takeover Unstoppable?
I remember they had stopped using takeovers. It was just Takeover City, you know?
Oh,
like it was
like
just
after
Takeover
a while.
City name.
Takeover Toronto. Yeah. Takeover Brooklyn. Takeover San Antonio.
Takeover your mom's house.
Dude, we don't make jokes like that on this podcast, okay?
Dude, I met a person who got offended by your mom jokes. It's pretty,
yeah?
It's pretty cool. You know it is.
Well, like, what was the context? Did you say it at work? Like, what was it?
A text message. Your mom. They're like, dude,
to who?
Your mom gave birth to you. Okay, you can't say that.
Was it your friend?
Maybe. I'll tell you after the podcast. This is a post-podcast discussion,
this is
guys.
An ASS, an after-stream story. This is so sad.
I know,
Steven,
an ass.
Let's talk about NXT Takeover Unstoppable.
Takeover.
This is the last
Halloween
takeover
version
that I didn't watch, okay? Because the next one is...
You don't watch every takeover, dude? With Johnny Gargano versus someone?
The next takeover is going to be Takeover Brooklyn, I think. And I watched that. And then also there's Beast in the East somewhere in there. And that's what I also
watched. Who the fuck watched that? I don't think that was even aired.
I watched Beast in the East like multiple times. I rewatched it as like a 19-year-old, you know?
Why?
Because I was a loser, you know? The thing I said
about
having
real
no
wrestling,
friends
dude.
was real. I'm sorry.
Watch real wrestling. Like, what's his name? Corn Dog Guy versus Hot Dog Man. That's a match,
What?
right? I think. That's gotta be a match somewhere.
Corn Dog Guy. Who's Corn Dog Guy?
Guy in a corn dog costume versus guy in a hot dog costume. That's gotta be a wrestling match, right? That's gotta be one.
I assume some indie show somewhere. Well, on this indie show, Steven, Takeover Unstoppable, Hideo Itami was attacked in the parking lot.
No, is this the parking lot accident or incident?
The parking lot. Well, it's both. It's an incident and, well, maybe an accident. Maybe he was just run over. We don't really know. Maybe. It never gets clarified, so...
Maybe it was Rikishi, you know? Did it for somebody.
Maybe it was. Well, Kevin Owens walks by.
One of the Usos.
Kevin Owens walks by the prone, the injured Hideo Itami, and he says, "What a shame." And then he keeps on walking his way.
Man, that sucks.
What sucks? That Hideo Itami got hurt? I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were such a mark for Hideo.
Kevin Owens going to like a parking lot, seeing someone get horribly like ran over. That sucks, dude.
Ah, shame. But listen, other people were already attending to Hideo Itami, okay? And those people attending to him were Drake Wirtz, the referee who turns alt-right and then into what's that group called? QAnon. That guy. And also FTR. They are the ones tending to
QAnon supporters.
Oh yeah. Okay. That's cool. One time, Steven, I was on like a dating app or I don't remember. I was like 18 or something, 18 or 19. And I was just on an app, right? And I met this person, and they were like, "Oh, you watch wrestling?" And I was like, "I do." And they were like, "Oh, I actually, my cousin
in the sport of wrestling.
My cousin dated a wrestler," and I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "That's," and they were like, "My cousin was married to a wrestler," and I was like, "Oh, that's cool. What wrestler?" I was just expecting it to be like some dude in like Indiana, you know, like I don't know.
Yeah.
Billy Jean. Dax Harwood. Okay.
What?
Yeah, or Dax Harwood's cousin.
Holy shit.
This is it. I got the story all mixed up. Okay, I remember it now.
Oh my gosh, redo it.
Let me redo it, Steven. This was years ago, so I'm fine. I'm reconnecting all the dots in my head.
All the footage before this. This is the story.
No. Leave it all in. This is all important lore. The person said that they personally used to date Dax Harwood's niece. That's what it was.
Oh my gosh, that's
I know.
crazy.
And they said that Dax Harwood's niece was like really like horribly unstable and crazy, and they had to break up.
Whoa, now we can't make this a TikTok anymore.
And
slandering people.
And then
we'll cut that part out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then I was like, that's cool. And then that was really as far as it went. I didn't get to know this person anymore, but shouts out to Dax Harwood's
man,
niece.
this guy likes wrestling. I dated a wrestler's nephew once. That's cooler.
It is cooler. It is cooler. It's cooler. Well, Steven, FTR is there helping out Hideo Itami. They obviously don't help out well enough because Hideo was off TV for months. Okay,
they did their best, you know. What could they do to help like a car accident? Hey man, have some juice packs, man. You know?
Juice pack? They got juice boxes in the NXT locker room? Did you mean a Z pack?
No, they don't need juice packs, dude. They can't.
Oh, they were just shooting him with steroids. You mean as he lays there, prone on the floor,
the roids into him. Oh my
That's
goodness,
crazy! Oh my
That's
god.
how Alex Riley got fired.
Well, the opener was shooting people in the parking lot with steroids. Damn,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, you know what I learned the other day from
like
like a YouTube short video?
What's
I learned
that?
that like Seth Rollins, like his third match on Raw, like used an ice pack to like help himself get better. And then John Cena was like, "Hey man, how many matches have you done so far?" It's just like, "I've only done 3, right?" And then John Cena's like, "Bitch, you haven't wrestled enough for the ice pack, all right? You shouldn't be hurt right now. All right, give me that. Give me that."
Like backstage, they had ice packs.
Yeah, backstage, yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like, you know how in New Japan, probably, Steven, you hate New Japan, you hate me. You know how in New Japan, after a match, all the young lions, all the young boys, they get into the ring with ice packs? I thought it was like that, where like Seth was like trying to make himself feel better with an ice pack, and then John Cena was...
Apparently, if you're like a rookie, they're like, you don't deserve ice packs, you haven't wrestled that much. Apparently this happened with Summer Rae.
Get injured. Okay.
No, like apparently this happened with Summer Rae with Randy Orton. Which is like the most weirdest combo ever, you know?
Randy Orton told Summer Rae, "Hey, I need your ice pack."
You told her to fuck off. You can't use that ice pack.
Wait. So, okay, let me paint a picture.
Yeah.
This is what I'm picturing. They're backstage. There's a bunch of ice packs set up. Summer Rae's walking up to the table to grab... Actually, sorry, there's not a bunch of ice. There's one ice pack for the whole locker room, and it's sitting there. Summer Rae's about to grab it. Randy Orton has not wrestled tonight. He looks at Summer Rae and says, "Don't you fucking think about it." Is that what happens? Like, I don't...
Basically. That's basically what
Damn.
happened.
Okay. Was Summer Rae upset, or was she like, "No, that was good. Character growth." Like,
Yeah, character growth.
Okay.
Let my bruises heal naturally, you know?
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Poor Seth was wrestling on the indies for the past like 10 years, and he's like, "Oh, I can't use the ice packs anymore."
Damn. But Steven,
Well,
the opening match of NXT Unstoppable was supposed to be a triple threat between Hideo Itami and also Finn Balor and Tyler Breeze, okay?
what a banger of a match.
Instead, it just became Tyler Breeze versus Finn.
Who won?
If you were to task JC in 2015 to come up with a better match than Finn Balor versus Tyler Breeze, I can't do it. That's what I would tell you, okay? And this was Finn Balor. I might be mistaken. I might be slandering. I might be lying. I think this is Finn's first match as the Demon. Because he comes out
Against
all
Tyler
crazy,
Breeze?
like, against Tyler Breeze. Against Tyler Breeze at Takeover Unstoppable. And he beats the fuck out of Tyler. Tyler Breeze loses.
For Tyler.
Look at
remember I remember the YouTube comments like, Finn Balor might come out dressed as like paint, because that's what he did in New Japan.
Finn Balor might come out in blackface. That's what they said.
That was a thing. But
no.
I remember people were like, no, Finn Balor would not do that. Okay, there's like, why would he wrestle in face paint? That's stupid. All right, I'm an intellectual. He doesn't do that. Or he won't do that in WWE. All right. And Finn's like, oh wait, what if I make myself all black paint? And then some guy at WWE was like, dude, that's stupid.
Yeah,
man. Make you look a demon or something.
I don't know if we can do that.
You might not be able to do that, Finn, for like certain reasons, man.
The thing that always weirded me out about it, because I would have been so happy if Finn was just like, yeah, I do the demon stuff because it looks cool. You know, like in interviews, right, where he's out of character. But Finn would always be like, the demon helps me tap into like the dark side of myself. It helps me deal with my mental health issues. It's like, No, it just looks cool. Like that. What do you mean, man?
It lets me unleash my inner demon, you know? He's like, oi, I can unleash finally and wrestle the same.
I like the segment of Following Lucha where we both try our Irish accents. That's good.
This time we know we're not both Irish men, dude.
I am so Irish.
No.
Yeah, man.
No,
so
no.
very. Either way,
But,
Tyler Breeze loses and I'm sad. That's the point.
Poor Tyler.
Tyler should have buried the demon.
Might come back for Maximum Male Models is the rumor.
That would be so
Not rumor,
cool.
just fan. Oh, dude, you know what I fucking want? I want Maximum Models versus Pretty Deadly. Unironically,
That'd
on
be
like
fun.
NXT. It'd be so
I
fucking
think
cool.
give it some time. Like let Maximum Male Models become like a real thing. You know?
They're not.
'Cause right? They're never gonna become a real thing.
No, they're never gonna be a real thing. I'm so sad.
Why not?
Oh, LA Knight's back as LA Knight.
That's
Isn't
good.
that cool?
What'd he do? Did he confront Walter?
He beats up the Maximum Male Models.
I mean, that's pretty cool too. I like that.
Very fitting when we're talking about. Santos is on SmackDown.
This is happening right now on SmackDown, by the way, as we're recording, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
They have Lena.
Elgato or whatever debuted, or Legato, whatever. I don't know their name. I'm gonna be
It's
so
his
honest.
team. Phantasmo Delgado? Is that what? I don't know. It's too many words, dude. Too many foreign words I can't say.
I just remember the one time Lucha Underground did a crossover with TNA, and they were like, "Guys, you won't believe it. The Lucha Underground roster is gonna be on Impact," and they were like, "The wrestlers that we're sending, they are Drago, and and they gave him Sammy Guevara." And then they gave them Steven, is that a spoiler? Did you know Sammy Guevara is in Lucha Underground?
Yeah.
Okay.
I sound like some. Did you know these wrestlers on Lucha Underground? Number 10, Sammy Guevara.
Let's
Future
go.
AEW TNT champion Sammy Guevara was an episode of Lucha Underground.
Let's go. Oh,
Like
but
that.
no, El Hijo del Fantasma was there. But I was so weirded out. Like, if this is a Lucha Underground cross promotion, why are you calling him by his like not Lucha Underground name? Why are you calling him El
That's
Hijo
not the
del
right
Fantasma?
version of him.
It's not. He should have been King Cuerno. This is messed up.
Yeah.
I wanted to see the lore get crossed over, and it didn't. And I was upset by it.
They got paired up with Zelina Vega.
That was the rumor. They replaced Elektra Lopez. No.
Oh man, poor Elektra.
This is so sad.
I mean, you know, this was her gimmick. Oh my god, during COVID Raw, for the longest time, Zelina Vega was like the main event for like no reason. Like she would keep popping up in the show.
And Angel. It was the three of them.
Yeah.
They
They're
ran
like the
COVID
biggest
Raw.
heels. It was crazy.
Which is like when people are always talk about how like Andrade was never anything in WWE. I always think of that period where like Andrade was like one of the guys, you know? It was like him and
he just never got a
Drew.
reaction from anyone online because I'm kind of boring.
I liked Andrade. But listen, does that mean Andrade is going to come back and lead this group? Now that Zelina's with them?
Austin Aries is gonna lead this group, dude. Okay, he's like, yo, Zelina,
Let's
we used to date,
go.
you know. Then you accused me of doing really bad stuff. Well, guess what? I'm gonna join this group and take over now.
Oh my god. That sounds
Then he
awesome.
That's his banana or something.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
Steven, the next match on NXT Takeover Unstoppable was Charlotte and Bailey teaming up together. There was a tag team match, and they fought the team of Emma and Dana Brooke.
Which Emma is this?
This is Emma with the glove, I think.
Okay.
Not Bubble Emma. This is Edgy Emma. You
The
know?
cool Emma, where she
Yeah.
poses with her music.
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, Charlotte and Bailey defeat them, and there's not much more to it. But
What?
then next, we have a tag team match, Steven. We have a tag team match for
Again?
the NXT titles. We have another tag match. This one is between the current champs of Blake and Murphy, and they are
No.
fighting Enzo and Cass. Okay? And this match...
Man, what a weird match.
What do you mean? This is like, when I think NXT Tag Team Wrestling, I think these two teams, FTR and DIY. It's like those four, you know?
You don't think of the Vaudevillains?
No! Fuck the Vaudevillains. Oh
That's
my
what I
God.
think of.
No.
I think because I started watching NXT like a lot when the Vaudevillains were champions.
That's so lame. I'm sorry to hear that,
Yeah.
man. I'm so sorry to hear that. But you don't think of the Lucha Dragons, Steven?
Also them. I saw. I
What a
also started.
lame
I
asshole.
when I really watched NXT, I also watched them.
It was the
too
Lucha
first.
Dragons. Oh, very good, very good.
Yeah, they're cool though, man. They had a cool theme song.
But do you know why this match was so special? Blake and Murphy versus
Why?
Enzo and Cass? Well, it's not because Enzo and Cass win, because they don't. They
Did it
never
debut?
win tag team gold ever in
Alexa
their
Bliss?
careers. That's right. Alexa Bliss?
gosh.
Well, it's not her debut, but this is her turning heel and joining Blake and Murphy, you know?
Oh, is she not doing like the fairy gimmick anymore?
She was up until tonight. Like, tonight's the official,
Okay.
like, her switching over, and basically she shoves Enzo off the top rope, and it leads to Blake and Murphy.
Isn't that crazy how like this girl on a random like jobber stable becomes like the most brand recognizable
Insane.
woman in wrestling?
Steven, a week before this, she was dressed in blue and sparkles, and her finisher was called the Sparkle Splash. Okay? That's
They used the sparkle
crazy.
splash. Oh, they're dead.
And then, like,
No.
7 years later, we're at WrestleMania, and we're contemplating buying her jack and what is that thing called? Not
The
a
jack
jukebox.
lantern? Jack in the box?
No, is it the Jack in the
Jack
box?
in the box?
Is that what
No.
it's called? Where it's like the thing
Yeah.
pops up?
Yeah,
Is
Jack in the
it?
box. Says a
That's a
jack.
Jack in the
It's
Box.
a Jack in a box, like the restaurant.
Yeah, but the restaurant made me think that's not what it's called. But
No, that's why it's called that.
damn,
The restaurant is named after the toy.
we were considering
He's
buying
a
a
Jack.
lily in the box. Is the point? You know? It's just kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. You never did.
Where
That.
would they put that?
What do you mean? Where would you put it? You have room for
I've-
all these transformers, but not a lily?
It's fair.
That's
It's fair.
fucked
They're
up.
cooler. If they made like a Transformer Lily, I would buy that.
I don't even know what that means, man.
Like a
Just a
Transformer
robot?
that looks like Lily.
I'm gonna do fan art. I'm gonna do Transformer fan art. And
I
it's gonna
mean,
be Lily.
you can't get anything worse than like the Transformers Street Fighter crossover they did. It's Optimus Prime, but he's white. He's just painted like a white dude.
Oh,
That's Rio. Yeah, it's weird.
that's odd. But also, I think
yeah.
you're wrong. I think if they partnered with WWE, they could do worse, Steven. I really fear they could do worse.
Yeah, they make it like the WWE van or the truck or whatever.
Hell yeah. But listen, Blake and Murphy retain their titles because of course they do. Again, Enzo and Cass, this is still such a crazy stat to me that they never as a tag team win championship gold together in WWE. That is insane. But
They had like so many choice. Oh, I actually think weren't they supposed to win at WrestleMania, and then like the Hardys debuted, or I guess returned.
Ooh, I could buy that happening. Yeah. I could buy
I'm a
that.
suck dick, dude. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But
And
Steven,
everyone in that match like got fucked, by the way, like career wise.
yo, remember that spot where they didn't even break the two ladders? Was it Cesaro on the ladders and Jeff dove onto him, but only one ladder broke? It was real fucked
Didn't even
up.
break.
Oh,
Did it?
no
Did it
ladder
just like
broke?
snap? Like it like
Damn.
snapped a little bit.
I don't even know, man. I just remember it looks
It's like those
stiff as
table
shit.
spots where the tables don't break because it uses the white plastic ones for eating food.
It looked nasty. But Steven,
Yeah.
that's weird. You
Yeah.
associate those with eating food. I associate the white folding tables with arts and crafts. I never ate food off of them. We would like.
You never had like a
Like, use
backyard
glue.
picnic or whatever.
I mean,
You know, those tables.
yeah,
'Cause
but
they're
there'd
easy
be
to,
like a
store.
tablecloth on it. You're right. We would use them, but there'd be a
Yeah.
tablecloth. You know.
Yeah,
You bring up a
exactly.
great
I'm
point.
right, dude. I'm
No,
a
you bring up a good
universal expert on tables.
On picnics. On picnics. You're right.
Only
Steven,
for picnics.
Next up for the NXT Women's Championship, it is Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch. This is a submission match.
Which Becky Lynch is this?
Like Becky Lynch, who she was like for the first 7 years of her career. You know, like
Oh yeah,
kind
this
of
girl.
Irish. Yeah.
this girl with steampunk glasses.
She likes
She didn't really have a
puns, I
personality in
guess.
NXT.
Yeah.
I just liked her
And-
because she was attractive. But that's just my opinion. Don't quote me on that.
Well, Sasha Banks defeated her, retaining the title.
What?
I know.
She made it. Her dream. She had a dream and she made it.
I know she did, and that was evident at NXT Takeover
Oh my
Unstoppable.
gosh.
Next up was the main event of the evening, Steven, and I was a little confused because I thought to myself, didn't one of these competitors in the main event just break his arm by throwing it in the air a week ago? Because
Sami
it's
Zayn?
Kevin Owens
What?
versus Sami Zayn for the NXT title, and I was
Oh,
like, I
man.
don't think what happens here.
Is this a squash match, right?
Well, the match gets thrown out very quickly because Kevin
Okay.
Owens power bombs Sammy on the outside of the ring and beats the fuck out of him, and he won't lay off of him even though the ref is saying, hey, leave him alone, and he doesn't. So the match is thrown out. And then William Regal comes out to confront KO and is like, Kevin Owens, what the fuck? And then Kevin Owens headbutts William Regal. Okay?
Oh my gosh, she's old. You can't
And
do that.
Then, guess who comes out, Steven?
Tyson Kidd.
No. He was busy, losing to the New Day or something. Samoa Joe came out. The man who would go on to end Tyson Kidd's career. Yeah, that guy.
Holy crap. Is this the one with his really shit theme? Where it's like the build up like hoo ha, and it's like bow. It's like hip hop.
And then they change it. And
like a surfer hip hop theme. Yeah.
The thing is, his theme where it ends up, so cool. Like, it doesn't
It's
get
really good
cooler.
theme. I think it's my favorite theme of his. I think it's his best theme. You know? It just represents him,
awesome.
man.
It does.
Like a hip hop Godzilla, and he's just Godzilla who does hip hop. You know.
Perfect. You're so
I
right.
dabble in the music industry. All right.
But Steven, how
And
excited
then they rip
are
it
you?
off for his AEW theme.
Well, this is how things work. Dude, remember the rip-off FTR theme that they first came in with before the new 80s one? That was so bad. Oh my god, it sucked.
The 80s theme
It
is so
was-
good though. I love their 80s theme.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. It's pretty sick.
But they
But
never
listen,
get used.
We've been hearing rumors for weeks now on this Week of segment about Samoa Joe might be debuting. Samoa Joe might be leaving TNA.
Is he?
Here
Is he gonna leave TNA?
Well, you know what? That's interesting because days later, Samoa Joe is actually announced. Again, this is after Takeover. He's announced for a Ring of Honor show, which he's going to be teaming with AJ Styles to fight SCU. And
What?
yeah. And I forgot about this, but I remember Joe didn't originally sign a full-time deal with WWE. His thing was he's an innovator, unprecedented.
Oh,
and he's
like
gonna have
James
a
Storm, whatever, or
contract.
James Gunn. Right?
James Gunn?
Was it James Storm?
James Storm
The
is the
cowboy.
cowboy. James Gunn is the director of Guardians
Yeah,
of
I
the
know.
Galaxy. So which one are
remember
we
when
talking
James
about?
Storm was on NXT for 1 week?
Yeah, but that was a one-off.
Yeah.
This was not a one-off. This was Samoa Joe has a contract, and he'll do appearances, but he'll also fight for other companies like a Ring of Honor, which again,
But AEW.
unprecedented at the time. You know?
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I don't think it lasts long because I think they're oh no, we want Joe full time.
Oh fuck! Here's more money, man. All right, just don't do
Yeah.
this anymore, dude.
I think so. I think so.
And then they realized he gets hurt every other week. Unfortunately.
That is tough. That is tough. But Steven, outside of
Yeah.
Ring of Honor, there's some other non-WWE news from May 27th, okay?
I don't care about the non-WWE news. I only watch the WWE.
I'm sorry, man. We gotta talk about it. Nessa, wrestling news blog lady, she wants us to talk about it, okay? And she
Plus,
said she's been
Wrestling News
talking
blog
for...
guys. Watch them.
Listen to
their
their
podcast.
blog.
Yeah, stalk their blog. All right, reblog it. What's the R again?
Oh,
on the
Steven, hold
feed?
on. There's a story I need to tell you about. I didn't write it down.
Yeah.
So,
Oh no, we're going
on
off the
their
script now.
On their newsfeed
Yeah.
for Wrestling News Blog, there was this article that says, Wrestling News Blog's Vanessa starts movement to get busted open radio to talk about women's wrestling. And I was like, that is a mouthful.
impressive.
That's
a good
most
movement.
Most of the headlines are like this, okay? They're one line
Mm-hmm.
on Wrestling News Blog Lady's website. On this article, it was like this. It was a paragraph.
gosh.
The headline. And I clicked on it. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Did she start a viral thing on Twitter? Because yeah, she started. She called for Busted Open Radio, the Sirius XM wrestling show hosted by Dave LaGreca and Bully Ray and all
I
them.
watched that.
Ew, you're lame.
I don't.
She called for them to.
I don't listen to any wrestling podcast, dude. I'm gonna be honest.
She called for them to talk about the Sasha Becky Lynch match because apparently it was the best match on the Takeover card, you know. And so she was worried that they weren't going to talk about it. She was like, "You need to give women's wrestling equal time. You need to talk about it because it was a good match." And so she posts this article based off of her tweet where she calls for them to talk about it. And I clicked on the tweet. Steven.
What is it? Was it just talk about? Did it get 2 likes?
It had a goose egg. It had 0 likes.
Oh man.
And then Then Busted Open Radio responded, and they were like, "Yeah, we planned to. It was the best match on the card," and that got 3 likes. So like, what happened there?
This is awesome. Clap, 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 clap.
I love Vanessa at Wrestling News Blog. Okay, I really do. So much. But I just like the interaction was so weird to me.
It's a word called kringe. Kringy.
It's something like that. It's something like that. Well, Steven,
yeah.
This next story makes me cringe a little bit too, okay? But this is more like out of sympathy, you know? Like it's cringe, like, oh, this is sad to watch, you know?
This is sad and cringe.
Just a few months ago, TNA struck a new TV deal with Destination America, okay? And we've already heard Destination America has not been impressed since they've been on their television. We've heard that they might be moving them to a worse time slot during the summer. And now there are rumors from Dave Meltzer that Destination America is going to cancel TNA programming very soon. It's been less than 6 months.
Is this like before they're on Twitch TV?
Yeah, it's way before.
Man, what a way to go, man. Going from like what was it? What was it on again?
Spike, right?
Spike, right? Yeah, it went from Spike to like Twitch TV. Like, what happened,
it's
man?
Tough.
You know,
it's tough. Well, we're not there yet, Steven. We're not there yet. That's years down the line, okay? But
right.
Okay. So they're talking about stopping it. Dave Meltzer reports this, and then TNA releases an official statement, and they say there are these rumors going around that are completely unfounded, and Total Nonstop Action is not opposed to issuing forth the legal action.
We're not opposed to letting it happen, guys. All right.
No, they're saying
happen.
like we will sue Dave Meltzer. That's what they're saying. They're
Did
saying
they sue
we will
Meltzer? Do they have enough money to sue him?
Ain't no way they got enough money.
Not a lawyer team, do they?
And then Billy Corgan said in an interview, like, can you see Dave Meltzer's getting worked by a story that we're doing? Haha, what a loser, what an idiot.
I mean, it does happen, doesn't it? Where he gets worked by like some false story.
I guess, but is this? I wasn't watching at the time. I don't know. Was the story that the Destination America was unhappy with the bad programming? Because that's a weird story to run on your TV show.
Is
you
it
know?
happening right now? Like Rampage?
With Rampage, baby? I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's Rampage, baby. I hate that thing so much.
But this is all happening. Destination America is maybe going to cancel TNA, but don't say it because they might sue you. And then, Steven, you know how Samoa Joe was just announced for Ring of Honor?
Yeah.
Do you know where that show is going to air?
Florida.
Well, that might be where it's broadcasting from, but an official TV deal has been struck between Destination America and Ring of Honor. Let's go.
What? They got one wrestling show that's dead for another one that's dead?
They're going to air,
awesome.
like, one will run into the other. Or Ring of Honor will end, and then TNA will play.
No one will know the difference, you know?
Nope. So I don't know what the fuck Destination America was thinking. Like, oh, this wrestling stuff has really been shit for us. Let's double it. Let's get more. Let's do that.
I remember when I worked at an amusement park chain, right? They have like ice cream that we sell, and I sold this woman an ice cream cone. Maybe I didn't. I don't actually know her. She came up to the window like was like, "Yo, man, your ice cream, it tasted icky. It tastes like rotten milk. It was really sour. It was really bad and eating. It was garbage. Okay.
Damn it.
I need a compensation of more. All right." Another one. The same ice cream.
Another one. These are pre-packaged ice creams, or are they from a machine?
No, it's like soft serve. It's a soft serve one.
Oh, okay.
So I come to the machine, right? I give her the same thing, right? And she's like, you know what? Just for the inconvenience, how about you give me a free funnel cake too? I'm like, dude, I don't even know fucking prove you ate the ice cream in the first place, you know?
Why didn't you taste test the ice cream to make sure it didn't taste bad?
Oh, good question.
Steven, you fool. Did you give her the funnel cake?
No. I was like, dude,
thank
off.
God.
And I just fucking closed the window, dude.
Let's go.
Dude, some people are so weird. When it comes to like amusement park chains, they think like cutting in line for like water cups. This also happens at Starbucks, I think. Where like people think, oh, water cup is free, right? Water is free. So I gotta cut in line for water. Which is like the most like dick move in my opinion to like think of. Like,
Why
I'm
is
so
there
important
ever a
for my
line
free
for-
water.
Oh, because you
Like, they
mean-
cut in
okay,
line
okay.
for
It's
water,
not like
yeah.
a water fountain. It's not like a line at a fountain.
No,
it's a
no,
line
no.
at the vendor. Yeah.
Yeah, just
I
for
get
food
that,
in
though.
general, like, yeah.
Well, because in my mind, I probably wouldn't go to a
Huh?
vendor for water, right? I'd probably just find a
Right.
machine at Six Flags. But if I did, my
Oh, there's
thinking
a
is like,
machine.
water is probably right there, and it probably takes them 1 second. Where like I could
Yeah.
probably get an employee who's not helping customers and be like, hey, can I get a water real quick? And like,
Right.
just get it, you know? Like,
But, like,
I think I
you're
could see myself
taking-
doing that.
you're like cutting in line in front of everyone who's actually paying money for like the same
I'd
service,
ask,
you know?
I'd ask someone like I try to get someone who's like walking around like doing shit, you know, like making a funnel cake. I see the guy making funnel cakes. I'd be like, "Yo, can I get a
Yo,
water?"
stop what you're doing. Get me water.
Yeah, the customer's always
Yeah.
right, Steven. And as an unpaying customer, I deserve a water. So,
Sure.
you know.
Fair. Sometimes they tell me that they're getting like a heat stroke and they're dying. And like, dude, just go to first aid. Just kidding.
I feel like a
I
very
don't do that.
unsympathetic employee at the Six Flags, Steven. This is so sad.
Maybe.
Wow.
You know what I learned, by the way, today or yesterday?
that?
I learned that Willie Mack was signed to the WWE in 2014.
Yeah, developmental deal.
Did you know that?
And then,
Yeah, you know what happened?
Yeah. What?
He got fired like the first week because he failed like a health test.
Oh, I do remember that story.
And
Yeah,
you know-
he was kind of bitter about it.
Like, in his words, he's like, no, they hired another black dude with a better looking body than me. And you know what that was?
Let me think. This is 2013, you said.
Like 2014, 2015.
2014. Who are...
Yeah.
There weren't that... Honestly, there weren't that many black guys in NXT around that time. You know?
No, they had to reach a quota, you know?
Oh,
Like one
shoot.
dude.
Is he on WWE still to this day?
Yep, he's still in there. He's still there.
It can't be Byron Saxton, because I think Byron was already with the company.
Byron Saxton cucked Willie Mack from a job. It
No. Shoot, I don't know, Steven. Who was it?
was ACH. The Uha Nation. Not ACH, it was Uha Nation.
What the
I don't know why I
fuck,
said ACH.
Steven? What the fuck? I was like, ACH doesn't come around until like 2017. What do you mean?
I don't know why I thought ACH.
Apollo. That's who you mean. Apollo.
I think I was thinking of like his Goku gear that he always wore. Like, I don't know why
Hell
that popped in my
yeah.
head.
Hell yeah.
It was Uha Nation. He's like, yeah, Uha Nation took my job because he just
That makes
better
sense.
looking
We just
black
talked
man.
about it. We just talked about Uha Nation getting signed like 2 weeks ago with
Yeah.
the Iconics and everybody.
Man, imagine Willie Mack on NXT. I don't think he'll last that long. I'm gonna be
Imagine
honest.
him doing everything Apollo Crews has done. Just
There's no
jobbing.
way he lasts that long with fucking Vince. Be like, yo, man, you gotta lose some weight, Willie Mack.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, he might be like a Walter by now if he had stayed
You
with
think?
WWE.
You think he fucking
Maybe.
like juiced?
Maybe.
Not juice.
You
Walter's,
think
like, more lean now.
Walter's not on the juice. Ain't no way Walter's on.
Walter's
the juice.
like gaining muscle though now, you know? Like good for
Hell
him.
yeah, he
Like he
is.
lost it and now he's gaining it all back with the muscle.
You know who
looks
deserves this
awesome.
more than anyone?
Ew.
Ginny. I'm so happy for Ginny that she loved Walter for who he was as a person, and now she gets the most handsome man in the universe. Okay, good for her.
Long-term booking, honestly, for Jenny.
Until Walter cheats on her. He won't, right?
You can't say that.
He won't.
It's gonna
cheat on
happen. It's
Ginny,
gonna
right?
end up really bad for us.
He won't cheat on Ginny. He won't do it. He won't do it. He's too nice
Humble
and
man.
honorable. You know?
You know what I'm
too-
scared of? If I was a wrestler and like my girlfriend or wife wrestles for like another company, I'd be pretty scared, dude, okay? I'd be pretty scared.
that one of the other wrestlers would come onto your woman.
Yeah, like Brad
That's so
Maddox,
sad.
you know?
Oh,
I'm on the belt.
shit. You saw the
Did you
story
see
that came out a
I saw
couple
that tweet.
weeks
Yeah,
ago.
I think you sent it to me. Like, someone discovered that Brad Maddox has a family of like 9 years.
Brad
And then
Maddox
it's
was
in-
married.
In my
Married with a
head,
child.
I was like screaming, dude. I was like, "Ah!" You know? It was
Because,
crazy.
like, I remember watching the Brad Maddox
Yeah.
experience on YouTube, and I always remembered he did the episodes with his daughter, and I was like, oh, he's a single dad. That's so cute. He is not a single dad.
They're
He-
still married, by the way, guys.
Yeah, she's a relationship coach. She's a relationship therapist.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
Does she know?
does she know?
Does she know?
That's so sad. That's so sad. But
Yeah, that's fucked up wrestling knowledge we have now. And if we
That's
make this into
really
a
messed
TikTok, we get called out for spreading rumors.
well, it's true. What if Brad Maddox was just hired as a model to pose as this relationship therapist's wife? Because she just needs to look like she has a husband because she's a relationship therapist. And if she's single, people won't trust her advice on relationships. Oh my
Very
God,
fair.
Steven.
Very accurate.
I think we figured it
in the
out.
description. This is the plot of the anime Spy Family, by the way. Hope you know. Unironically, that's the same exact plot of this anime
She's
called
a
Spy
relationship
Family.
therapist and he's the fake having a relationship.
No,
so people
no.
will trust
So in
her?
Spy Family, it's about this spy, right? He's like a super spy, and he has to like pretend to have a family to like murder some governor or something whose son goes to like a
Oh.
private school.
But then
and
he
has to,
becomes
like,
attached to the fake family.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
No.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Messed up.
I like it.
That's messed up. Well, yeah, this is the life
Anyways.
that Brad Maddox is living. So, that's tough. That's tough. A couple more stories, Steven, here. Raw was in Long
Yeah.
Island this week, okay?
What?
And at Nassau Coliseum, they were billing it as the last ever show at Nassau Coliseum because they were going to
Was
undergo.
it?
Well, listen, the building was going to go under construction for 2 years, and when it
Yeah.
comes back, it's going to have a lot less capacity. You know, so WWE was like, "Oh, we can't run here anymore. Too low capacity."
Okay.
They were back in 2018. The lowered capacity worked out quite nicely for them, actually. But they were there.
Lightning strikes twice, you know?
Yep, you're right.
Same
You're right. You're
spot,
right.
you know,
They
good
are there
chance.
at Nassau. John Cena's doing his open challenge. Zack Ryder answers it because the hometown Long Island boy, you know.
Whoa.
I know. And Zack Ryder's not there alone. Do you know who he has with them?
Mojo Raleigh.
No. He has the cast of Entourage. So,
What?
Johnny Drama, Turtle, Vinny Chase, E, they're all there, Steven, okay?
Oh my goodness.
Vincent Chase's actor, who played like in real life, he lives like an hour away from us. That's pretty crazy. And
Oh my gosh.
they were there and they were like, yo, we're gonna have sex with the divas. And Zack Ryder, you should win this match. And Zack Ryder was like, I don't know if
Did
I
they
can
actually
do it.
say that? We're gonna have sex with the divas.
Well, they're flirting with, they're like, the point of the show, have you ever watched
Mm-hmm.
Entourage, Steven?
No.
It's very good. But basically one of them is famous and the rest is just his entourage, like his brother and his friends. And the whole
boys.
entire show is them just like partying and like having sex with people. So
That's
like they're all
awesome.
hanging out with like the divas backstage, and the implication is they are probably gonna.
That's what the
fuck,
Bella
you know?
Twins gimmicks were for like 5 years.
Yeah, weren't they like gonna fuck Bob Barker at one point? You know, that was crazy.
That's awesome.
And Hot Tub Time Machine guy, you know.
TJ
Peak
Miller.
Wrestling. Peak Wrestling was guest host era. Messed up that it's gone. Tony Khan should bring it back. He really should.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What are they gonna have?
Literally, why not do guest host Rampage? No one's watching that shit, you know?
Just spend more money on Rampage.
Yeah, why not? Honestly, you can get Action Bronson to do it. You can get all the other hip hop stars they have to come do it. You can get Kevin Smith to do it. You know, these are A-list celebrities. You know,
You can get Chris
Silent
Pratt to do it.
J. Yeah,
You can
I
get
think
Soulja
so.
Boy.
Soulja Boy? Oh my god, that'd be exciting. Is that the
Criss
one who has
Cross?
beef with Randy Orton? Soulja Boy?
No. What?
Oh.
That's a
Who has
thing?
beef with Randy Orton? Some rapper has beef with Randy Orton, and Randy Orton was like, you have a small dick. And then the rapper was like, that's very hurtful. Why would you say that?
I
to
don't
me?"
know. Who said
I think
that?
it's Soulja Boy, but I really,
Yo,
I don't know.
That guy
I
had a
don't know.
cool game console that he tried making, and it was just like something he found in China and stole.
Oh,
He lost. I think got sued a lot of money from that.
that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, this is not the only story, Steven. Well, Zack Ryder loses the open challenge, by the way, in case you didn't know.
What? He didn't win the U.S. title off John Cena?
He goes for a 450 splash, but Cena moves, which is sad.
No, that's the worst way to go.
I just don't remember Ryder ever doing that. And Rusev is spotted this week, Steven, after Raw, in a wheelchair at the airport. And it comes out that, well Ryback like broke his foot in their last match together. The Ryback broke Rusev's foot. He's in a wheelchair
Awesome,
now.
awesome.
So this is tough. And that's really the week of May 27th of 2015. Isn't that exciting?
Zack Ryder broke
Yeah.
his foot. Again, with John Cena in the same week. It's crazy.
What do
know?
you mean? In the same week?
He's in a storyline with John Cena, in a segment with John Cena, and he ends up in a wheelchair.
No. Oh, Rusev, you mean? Yeah. Honestly, that is tough. But listen, we got to get on to bigger and better things because the current events in the modern day of pro wrestling is what everyone's
They
actually
aren't
here for.
as good.
Honestly,
Yeah.
this is gonna be before we get to the current event segment, it's gonna be a bummer to start out with, Steven. So let's get there, okay? You ready?
Yeah.
Let's wow. Steven.
Welcome back, everybody. We're gonna discuss this week in wrestling.
Yeah, we are.
What happened this week in wrestling?
Today, at the time of recording, is October 7th, 2022, Steven, okay?
Wow.
And so many things happen in wrestling, but one glaring one, at least as far as the following Lucha lore is concerned, we have to talk about. And I am like legit. We've talked about people like passing away in wrestling before on this podcast.
Yeah.
But this is the one
Well,
that
they're
like,
all old.
actually affected me the most. This is the one where I'm like,
Really?
yeah, Steven,
Dang.
that was my biggest crush as like a 15-year-old. You don't understand, okay? Guys, listen. If you're listening, you probably know already. The winner of Tough Enough, the most recent season of Tough Enough, the one from like 2015, 2016.
The last season, right?
The one that we're like talking about in our week of segments, you know? That one. The winner, the female winner, Sarah Lee, the wife of Wesley Blake, who we also just talked about in our week of segment. She passed away, and she has 3 children and a family and all this stuff, and she was 30 years old. And I texted you immediately when I saw it. I saw the news like minutes after it broke, and I was like, I was so convinced it was a fake story. I was like, ain't no way. Someone's just spreading a rumor to be a dick, you know?
Yeah.
But I sent it to you just in case, you know? And then it got confirmed by like everyone, and that shit is so sad, you know?
She's like 30 and has like family, you know? It's insane.
I know.
You know what's crazy is like the what's it called again? What's it called? It's like a fundraiser for like
the GoFundMe.
Yeah, apparently that reached like a lot of money. Like
It's
past like a lot more than like what the goal was, you know. I think
it's
like 20K.
past 90,000 now. Yeah. Tony Khan
insane.
donated $10,000 earlier. Like tons of wrestlers have donated a lot, you know.
I liked reading the Twitter comments of the passing away thread from the WWE account, and people were like, "I'm sorry, but who?" Which is such a cool thing to say, you know, when someone dies.
To be fair, she was never on WWE television, I guess. But like, I was way more invested in Tough Enough than I was in Raw or SmackDown in 2015. Okay, I was way more into Tough Enough.
Me too.
Yeah, and so, Steven, maybe this is not a great thing to say, but like, that cast is kind of cursed, isn't it? Like, I was thinking Velveteen Dream is obviously on the cast, right? And we know that.
Yeah.
Sonya Deville was on the cast. Sonya Deville had like a break-in where she was almost killed a few years ago. You remember that?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Then I was thinking to myself, who else is on that cast? I was like, oh, Mandy Rose. Has anything bad happened to her? And then I was like, oh, no, nothing bad.
Got married to someone that's not me.
Yes. The worst fate. This is so sad.
The worst thing ever.
But then, literally the same day Sarah Lee passed away, I saw on Twitter, Mandy Rose's brother passed away. And I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, like...
Tough Enough killer out there? That's crazy.
We just gotta watch out for Chelsea Green and ZZ, okay? We gotta make sure they're okay.
Wasn't that season? What?
She was the replacement because one girl dropped out like week 2 and Chelsea replaced her.
Yeah, good?
Yeah. Chelsea? Yeah, Chelsea was good. Because Chelsea was like the only indie wrestler on the show.
Well, it's Patrick Clark, right? For like 2 weeks?
Well, only female indie wrestler. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And Georgia, Gigi was like my favorite. Gigi and Sarah Lee were my favorites on that season, aside from Patrick. Do you remember Gigi? She had like the face, like half her face was like miscolored or discolored.
Oh, what?
Oh, yeah. It was like some skin condition, but she was so pretty. Okay. Either way.
That's all that matters.
The Yeti won, Sarah Lee won, and this is so sad. I don't know. That's crazy. We were just talking weeks ago about how we have to find Sarah Lee's address so we can see her in person and take a photo with her. Like, weeks ago. Steven, like a week and a half ago, we were looking up her address on Google.
I shouldn't re-say that. Probably shouldn't say that.
We found a voter database, and we were looking up famous people's addresses. We found Ricochet's address. I'm going to admit to it. Ricochet lives in a pretty condominium.
I didn't do this, by the way, guys. I'm not part of this.
Ricochet lives in a pretty condominium, okay? He has a lot of privacy and protection. even if we wanted a photo with him, we couldn't get one. So
imagine breaking someone's house like some celebrity like Brad Pitt. Like, hey, Brad, wake up. Need a selfie right now, dude. All right.
Well, no, like the obvious.
I need it.
Listen, Steven, if we had gone to the house, if we had gone to any celebrity's house, okay, the move is, oh, we just moved in like next door, and we were wanting some like just to meet the neighbors. Wait, are you who I think you are? That's
wait a minute. Are you former WWE superstar Ricochet? Is that you?
I'm still on television.
This is in the future. This is in the future.
Oh.
Either work. This is like when I try to like casually mention to him, what was his name again? Aiden English. I was like, hey, aren't you Aiden English? And the guy's like, well, that used to be my name.
My name's Matthew now. That's what he said.
My name's Matthew now. Okay. Then we talked about TNA. I didn't know how to discuss TNA with him because I didn't watch TNA. I was like, yeah, that sounds awesome. I'll totally watch your show, dude.
You guys still on Destination America? That's how you should have asked, Steven. You guys still on Twitch?
Well, actually, we moved to YouTube Gaming. You see? Oh, thank you.
That's so fucked. Also sad stories. Matt Riddle did an interview this week with Corey Graves on After the Bell. And they were asking him about like, oh, how are things going, Matt Riddle? And Matt Riddle said, my life is in shambles. My life is horrible.
What? Yeah. Break out of character like that. I imagine like the intro is like really positive. Like, hey guys, this is Corey Graves, my podcast. We're gonna have such a cool episode today, guys, with our special guest, Matt Riddle.
This is the cool podcast where we break kayfabe. That's what Corey Graves says every week.
And Matt's like, dude, my life's awful right now. My wife divorced me, took the kids.
Yep. Like a different state. She moved across the country to get away from me. It came out that I have sex with Damian Priest.
I fucking love that, by the way. Yeah, bro, me and Damian Priest have sex.
And then he said it with that little like growl. We have sex. That's what he said. That's hot. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. This is awesome. Fuck the girl. We need Damian Priest and Matt Riddle.
Yeah,
that's all we need.
But then Matt Riddle said, but professionally, things are going great. You know, things are awesome professionally. So that's what matters.
It is, you know? His storyline is them constantly mentioning how his wife left him. And his kids he can't see anymore and has to pay like life support or child support. Is it?
Life support? Oh no!
Life support for his kids.
Beat his wife brutally. She is hanging on by a thread.
Holy crap!
That's so sad. Oh my god, Matt Riddle did not do that. Matt Riddle one time in an interview said the only reason he doesn't beat his wife is because he smokes weed. That is a real quote.
What he said?
Yes.
Is that real?
That's a real quote.
What?
From
Why
like
would you say
2015.
that?
I don't know. But
is Matt liked backstage? I know Randy chills with him.
I feel like he's probably polarizing, you know?
He's like, fuck,
probably pretty polarizing.
If I shit talk this dude, beat the fuck out of me, you know?
Precisely. Well, Steven, I don't know. I'm sure you've seen it. I texted you about part of it, actually. All the broadcasting shakeups in WWE this week, okay?
Oh my god, it's so exciting.
We're revamping all of it now that Pat McAfee's gone, okay? NXT, they're getting Booker T, okay? Raw, we're getting rid of that one guy that
sucks, dude. I'm sorry.
Really know.
That sucks. Getting Booker T for your commentary. Aw, poor NXT, dude. That's gonna downgrade it.
A little bit. But listen, Steven, Steven. There was that one guy that's been on Raw for like a year that I never bothered to remember the name of.
I don't know his name either.
You know, like Bob
Is it
Evans
Vic
or something
Joseph, right?
like that. No, Vic Joseph is the NXT commentator. Vic Joseph's been there forever. Oh, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, listen, it's a bald guy. It's a bald guy on Raw. And basically, he found out he was getting fired by Triple H accidentally telling him before Raw. And because the guy that I don't know the name of approached Triple H, and he was like, Triple H, I have this really cool line for the Matt Riddle Daniel Cormier storyline for the pay-per-view. And then Triple H was like, oh, that's cool. Why don't you pass it on to Michael Cole? And then he thought to himself, but why would I pass it to Michael Cole? I'm going to be commentating that match. And then he thought, oh no, I'm not going to be commentating that match. Oh no, like I'm getting fired.
Segment with the list. Where he's like,
no, it is.
Why is my name on the list?
It was the list in real life. No, poor James. Poor
James.
not James. And so yeah, he got a phone call the next day from Michael Cole and was like, "Hey, you're fired."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, well, I got this tidbit about Daniel Cormier before I go."
Let's go. That's his swan song right there, dude.
It is. So shout out to him. I'll miss him dearly. He's getting replaced by some Irish guy, so that's cool.
Did you hear who got fired or like left WWE commentary?
Well, that one guy we just talked about. And then also Nigel McGuinness, right? That's the other one.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, you think he's gonna... He heard the news about Paige being cleared, like, all right.
Yo!
It's time, boys!
I saw a really funny tweet that was like, this is sabotage from WWE trying to goad Tony Khan into having a 6-man commentary booth.
Everyone's gonna get murdered eventually in AEW as well.
No.
Very exciting.
So sad. Well, also, the biggest news to come out of all of this is that they are bringing back our girl, Steven. Okay? You've been asking this question like every other week of the podcast since its inception. You're like, what does Cathy Kelly do now? Is she just a model now? What does Cathy Kelly do now? You always ask that question. And now we know.
It's true.
Cathy Kelly is going to be a backstage interviewer on Monday Night Raw. Let's go.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She's finally taken the spot that Charlie Caruso would never give to her. Okay?
Finn Balor. And Finn Balor be like, hey, I still play with Legos, okay?
This could be the best storyline. Maybe she reunites with Finn, steals him from his wife.
Not Velveteen Dream though, not that one. Not that.
Well, no, yeah, different
that one you can't really do.
Reunites with Finn Balor, steals him from his really gorgeous ESPN Mexico wife. But also like if it's her or Cathy Kelly, Cathy's like so nice, you know. You have to go with Cathy.
Have you seen the video of Finn Balor really drunk with his wife at like some NASCAR event?
No.
He's like, I'm here with my wife. Crazy, dude.
That's awesome. That's sick as hell. So I can't wait for Cathy to be back. I won't be watching Raw, but I'll be happy to know Cathy is there.
I will watch the YouTube segments.
Yes, I was worried. I thought we were about to get to a point where Cathy Kelly is opening an OnlyFans, but I think we're gonna have it delayed like another 5 years at least. Okay.
Thank God, dude, that didn't happen.
Oh my goodness.
What ended like Sunny? I don't want that to happen.
No. What if that was the threat? She called Triple H and was like, Hunter, I'm desperate. Hunter, I'm about to start. I need your help.
I'm about to become Sunny, dude. Oh my gosh. No, I just thought of something really stupid and cursed.
What?
Have you ever? Okay, on the W TikTok, there's a video, right, of Raquel Mercedes?
Raquel
Gonzalez? One of them, right?
Oh, Raquel
like,
Rodriguez is her new name. Sorry.
Yeah. She was dressed as like She-Hulk. And then in my head, I was thinking of, I've seen a wrestler dressed as She-Hulk before.
Yeah? Oh, no, Steven, don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
No.
That is kind of messed up. Fuck.
That was just my cursed knowledge that just came to my head and ruined my day.
Why did it ruin your day? You weren't attracted to the Glamazon? What do you? I mean, not the Glamazon. Sorry, the Amazon. Beth Phoenix did not do She-Hulk porn. She did not. I swear.
Wait a minute. I've seen this before.
Well, Steven.
You know what's crazy? You ever like go down your cable listing and see all the porn channels?
No.
It's
I
so
don't have
weird,
cable,
dude.
bro. What the fuck?
Oh, did you ever have cable?
I mean, yeah, but I was never scrolling for porn.
Yeah, if you go down bad enough to like channel like 9,000, if you're just really bored as a kid, you see all the weird porn stuff. It's really
Wasn't it all like
interesting.
softcore though? Like you can get away with putting it on TV.
Dude, they have titles like I fucked my stepsister and came in her. Like I don't know, I'm not watching that. On my TV. Who watches porn on their TV? That's so weird. Who watches porn on their TV? Like, why would you watch porn on your TV?
That is really weird behavior.
Who does that?
Maybe
like,
it's like a loving
on the
relationship.
couch?
Maybe like you're a married couple and like that's just like what you do together. You
Yeah,
know?
I learned that's a thing apparently the other day. We were looking up like strip club like reviews online. I heard that people bring their wives to strip clubs. Remember we were in a car and we saw a strip club. You're like, let's that place.
Oh, you mean us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, us.
This was like
Yeah,
weeks ago. This was weeks ago. Okay.
like months ago, actually.
Actually, months ago. Yeah.
We were looking at strip club reviews, right? And a lot of reviews were like 1 star, like or like 5 stars. My wife really enjoyed this place.
You're right. I forgot about that. It was all husband-wife duos going to strip clubs together.
But it was like more than one, because it was like one, it'd be like, oh, that's obviously a joke, right?
Yeah.
No, there are multiple of them. So it's like, is it a joke?
It's a whole culture. It's a whole.
Is this
culture,
a thing people do?
Apparently so.
Yeah.
Apparently so. Well, Steven, you know, I have some devastating news for wrestling fans.
How
at
devastating?
Large, okay, the most devastating, maybe even more devastating than Bael's passing. Okay.
Oh no.
And that is that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has come forward in an interview. Okay. And Dwayne has revealed that he officially will not be and never will run for president of the United States.
No.
I'm sorry to break it to you like this.
Bro.
When asked for, I know. I just take your time. Take your time. We can edit out everything in post. Just take your time.
I'm about to say some slurs right now.
Oh shit!
I'm just kidding.
What is a Polynesian slur? I don't even know. Damn,
Whoa.
you say "oos" really angrily?
Hey, oos. You can't say that, dude, okay?
No. Well, listen. I don't know why I said it that way. He said that he loves being a dad too much, so he could never be president. Which shots fired at Obama.
Aren't like most presidents' dads?
Yeah, I don't know what the implication was there. That's kind of fucked up. Poor Simone, poor Ava Raine. Also, what happened to Ava Raine? I thought she was gonna be
She's
like
on NXT level up.
Oh, is she? That's good for her.
I think she's legit just like developmental as fuck, right? She's like really green.
Is she not good?
I don't know. Who the fuck watches NXT level up, you know?
The Rock wasn't
Where
good
does
for
that
a long time, so maybe.
Well, yeah, I think it's because like they're like, you're related to The Rock, right? How about you join us? We'll train you. And then they're just like, all right, cool. And then it takes them, like, a couple years to get trained.
Sad, Steven?
Yeah.
Is that like, you know how like people our age will look at old wrestlers like Medusa and like just like legends that we never really saw wrestle, like what is it, Toyota, like the Japanese wrestler, like I'm thinking female wrestlers specifically, right? And we kind of like put them on this pedestal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like 30 years from now, just because she like has a look about her, just because like she looks kind of like crazy and like intimidating, do you think there's gonna be like a renaissance of Nia Jax fans who like wear Nia Jax t-shirts, you know? And like, oh my, she was so big, because like her matches weren't always bad, so you could probably like trick yourself into thinking she was like really good, you know?
Man.
Yeah.
Did you have a hero growing up? Yeah. Nia Jax.
Well, listen, Steven. One time, Nia Jax had just debuted. Nia Jax had just debuted on main roster, and they came to San Antonio, so I was there, you know?
Nice.
And if you were to describe the population of San Antonio, you would have a lot of, like, women of color, you know, because it's San Antonio, like a lot of Hispanic women. And then also, a lot of those women of color are, like, obese. We're one of, like, the most obese states or cities in the country, right? And so Nia Jax is a bad guy. She is a full-on villain, okay? And when she came out, the pop was unbelievable. Because, like, they related to Nia. Like, I'm not joking.
Aww.
It was just like, it was
that's
like,
so nice.
Nia's getting cheered. Like, that's
so sweet though. Like,
yeah.
Ironic, but you know.
And it was like kind of like, it was just like, this is San Antonio. It makes sense.
You're probably like, fuck this, man. I can't.
Well, the thing is, I had seen her wrestle before. You know, yeah, which was tough.
Hey guys, remember when anybody goes like I don't like how many people who go to wrestling shows aren't wrestling fans, you know? Because I assume it's like a lot of people are like, hey, this sign says Raw. I watched Raw as a kid back then, you know?
Yeah.
I might go to the show.
Or it's like you always see couples at wrestling shows, you know, where like the guy is like kind of into it or used to be into it, and the girl has no clue, you know, or vice versa.
That happened to us actually. When
that
we went to like the WrestleMania show, the guys behind us. No, the guys behind us, they didn't watch Raw in like fucking like 20 years. I think was it Otis like that guy reminds me of Earthquake. Like,
Yo,
okay.
True.
Okay, man, okay.
I just shouts out forever to the person at Supercard of Honor who said Mercedes Martinez is a female Damian Priest, because they are right.
Oh yeah.
Okay? They're simply
right.
Yeah,
I remember this. We were watching the match, right? I forget who it was against.
Mercedes versus Willow Nightingale, I think.
Yeah, and we could just hear in the back. That looks like female. That looks like female Damian Priest.
It's true.
And like,
it's true.
I guess. She guess she's not wrong.
But again,
you know?
Mercedes Martinez, Punishment Martinez. Could there be a connection? We don't know. We don't know, Steven.
I don't know, man.
We simply don't. But either way, let's talk more about wrestling news. Again, I'm sorry again to drop that Rock news on you like that. I know you were looking forward to voting in the next election.
Bruh.
But listen.
Where's my vote gonna go to now? You know? Sad and bad.
It's tough. Not only is Cathy Kelly back in WWE, but so too is Oni Lorcan, Steven. Yo,
really?
He's been signed on as a coach at the Performance Center.
That's a nice career.
Yeah, I don't know why they haven't signed Chris Hero yet as a coach. You know, I feel like that's the perfect job for him.
I think he might like not want to, you know?
It's not like he's doing anything else, you know?
Honestly, being a coach for the WWE isn't like a bad job at all. It seems pretty chill, you know?
I mean, it seems like it's probably hard work because you're at the PC all the time, but
Yes,
like, it probably would feel cool knowing like I'm responsible. Like Lord Tensai is gonna be responsible for like legends, you know, which is crazy.
Lord Tensai made Seth Rollins. That's crazy.
And so like that's probably pretty cool to feel like I contributed to that, you know?
Well, like they're making the next generation, you know, like that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
No.
And then you can maybe be like Serena
Unless you're
Deeb.
Athena, and you think it's like a spit to the face. She's doing really good now, guys. You know, she got dropped in her head.
Yeah.
Or she dropped people on their head, actually.
That's more accurate. Yeah. But she's cool. You know, she's a good wrestler. Is the thing, Athena. So.
Maybe.
Yep.
All her matches are the same. I'm gonna be honest.
I have a question for you, Steven.
Yeah.
Because I'm not watching weekly wrestling programming. I am, guys.
I don't
worry.
either.
That's just a silly little joke for the podcast. I watch all the shows. But I don't watch anything.
I watch
Steven.
GCW. Yeah.
And Wardlow is apparently in a tag team now. Do you know who his tag team partner is?
Is it Colt Cabana?
No. It's
okay,
Samoa Joe. Which is... That sounds pretty badass, but like, why are they together? One of them's a singles champion. I don't know.
They're both singles champion.
Oh shit, he's Ring of Honor champion. You're right, TV champ.
Wait,
and
yeah.
So, they're called War Joe, which
what?
Yeah, I don't. Instead of War Dog, they're War Joe, and they beat up Swerve sometimes. What? And Brian Cage. They hate Brian Cage, so.
But not Keith Lee. That guy is safe, you know. He's too big.
Of course he is. Of course. So I don't really know what's going on there, but I was just so weirded out. I didn't know if you already knew about it, and I was just like behind. But like, that's crazy. Like, I mean, I'm not against it because it sounds like a cool team, but I'm just so confused. And I think eventually they will fight, and that will be fun. But like, what?
They're never gonna win the title, you know. They're never winning the tag title.
No, that's so sad. And
remember when people were like hyping up Wardlow to be like this, like the next best thing ever?
I think Wardlow is still really awesome. I really like Wardlow.
He's nice hair.
Have a Wardlow action figure, Steven. Okay.
Dang, dude.
I know.
You're committed.
I am. The only other people I have action figures of are like 700 other wrestlers, but I got a Wardlow one too.
Dude, I'm so happy I don't have to like pretend to like read Wheeler Yuta, man. Oh my gosh. That was an awful 2 weeks of my life.
Fine. You know?
Can we stop pretending we like him, guys?
Listen, Steven, he had the most viewed segment in AEW's YouTube history, okay? So, like, you're just a hater.
Didn't. Is that a thing? I thought that was Orange Cassidy.
No. He has the most viewed video with him, or maybe it's the most viewed video this year. That could be it. But it's him bleeding against Jon Moxley, you know?
Wow.
And so you're just a hater, and you don't get it because you can't.
Well, you know who lost views this week was the Acclaim's promo about Scissor Day, where they lost 100K.
What?
They lost 100K viewers in the viewership.
In the ratings?
In the ratings during the scissoring promo.
But it was such a fun segment. Didn't you see it? They kept scissoring each other. It was fun.
I love it when wrestlers. See, I think that's the problem with wrestling in general is that they get a joke, right? And they just last forever,
I don't know.
Man, you know?
I think it worked because the crowd was so goddamn into it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, And also, it's not like, oh, a joke got over. It was like, that was their thing, you know? Like, it wasn't like they said it one time. It was like, they always did the scissoring thing. And it was like, oh,
that's what WWE does. Oh, you said that one thing that was cool? Let's make it your personality forever.
Yeah, a little bit.
Remember when they had words popping up, like word art? Whenever they say like a catchphrase, it would like pop up on the screen. So like Hideo Itami would say like, respect me! And then on the words be like, respect me.
No, he didn't.
You remember that? Or like the New Day would be like, New Day rocks, and it'll say New Day rocks on the screen.
Is it like the
clip art?
the Roman cum statue? Like, is it?
No, it's worse because it's clip art.
So it's 2D.
Yeah, it's 2D.
You are not telling me it's worse than the Roman cum statue.
Dude, you know what they did? They actually updated the cum statue, so it's like the Usos behind him now, also coming.
Oh, good. All three can come together. That's great. That's wonderful news. That's wonderful news. Well, yes, Steven, what was I just talking about with you that I was so disgusted by? What was it? What were we just talking about? AEW? Words? What was it before? There was something really important. Oh, scissoring. Yeah, I don't think the scissoring's that bad. I think scissoring's okay. You know?
Yeah.
I like Daddy Ass. I think Swerve's kind of cool.
I think it's so funny that they just stole like the fucking manager and father of some random tag team.
Their son.
That's
like
like the worst thing ever to happen to you if you're a tag team, you know? Like your only gimmick is being the ass man's sons, and now like you can't have that anymore.
That is pretty.
That sucks, dude. Poor guys.
That is kind of messed up. But it works out, Steven. It works out. Did you really watch that segment and like not like it?
Oh, I didn't watch the segment at all. I just saw the viewer ratings on like Twitter thread for like some anti-AEW Twitter account.
I understand.
That's my news source, by the way, guys.
You care about the analytics. You care about the ratings. Steven, I'm sorry. I'm distracted by the Family Guy fan art behind you, and that does not look like an Uso. Okay? That does not look like an Uso. No, because look where his mustache is. That's so fucked up,
man.
Guys,
oh,
if
but
you're
I
not
did
watching
see
the video feed. Simply do.
I did see the Acclaims rap. That was pretty fun. I watch those. I look those every week up.
Okay.
I look up every week.
Very good. Very
the rap.
Very good, Steven. Well,
they talked about like fraud for taxes or something. I don't remember. With stock prices or something. I don't know.
Something about Joe Biden. I don't know. I don't care, Steven. I don't care. What I do care about is honestly, because like the world of wrestling, you have wrestling matches, you have like backstage drama, you have all this like negativity, you know? And like at the end of the day, what wrestling's really about is love, you know, and bringing people together. And there was an instance of that this week when it was announced that Julia Hart is officially married to Lee Johnson.
Wow.
Do you even know who either of those people are? She is 20 and he is 24. So like
it's a little closer.
Yeah, 2024 is not a bad age gap, I don't think. You know, like if she had married Dustin, we'd have some problems. You know, but we're in the clear.
Oh my gosh, imagine that world, dude.
Crazy. That'd be crazy shit. He divorces his wife so he can marry Julia Hart. Oh my god. But yeah, do you know Lee Johnson, Steven?
Nope.
The jobber that was in the Nightmare Family.
Dude, I can't name like 2 members of Nightmare Family, dude. Who's the fuck's in the Nightmare Family?
There's like Anthony Ogogo, there's QT Marshall, Dustin, and like Aaron Solo. You know, he's in there. He's in there. I know, so big names, dude. I miss Cody. I miss Cody so much. When are we gonna get Aaron Solo on TV again? Okay?
Yeah.
This is so fucked up.
You know what, guys? You know what? We got some breaking news.
Oh shit.
Not really breaking. I just want to talk about Andrade's situation.
Oh yeah, I guess that happened this week.
Yeah.
That's not love. That's not love. When people being brought together by wrestling. This is the opposite.
Did he get suspended or like?
Listen.
What happened?
So I'm sure if you're listening to this podcast, you are well aware. You are abreast of the situation. But Andrade did an interview. He said, yeah, I get along with everyone except Sammy Guevara. He said I hit him too hard. And I was like, you're a little bit of a pussy. And then that was kind of where it was. And now we're fine.
Yeah.
And then Sammy Guevara went on Twitter and he tweeted out without tagging anyone saying, you are a favor hire. Be grateful you're even here. And then Andrade said, Sammy. Okay, well, why don't you say that to my face? And then Sammy was like, oh, yeah, blah, blah. And then Andrade was like, see me backstage. And then apparently
Make
at
that was
Dynamite,
awesome.
they did. They had a hot makeout session. Tony Khan is very against that kind of thing, and he sent Andrade home. So
What?
yeah, that's
Gay men
tough.
in my wrestling?
No, that's
Shit. This is why
So
Max
sad.
Caster won't come out, dude. You know.
no.
That's why.
That's why. But no, apparently they got into a backstage altercation. Who knows what happened? But Andrade apparently got sent home, meaning he couldn't have his career versus mask match with Preston Vance. And then Sammy Guevara went on to win the main event against Dan Garcia.
Who the fuck would have won that?
I don't know.
You
I
don't know?
truthfully don't know.
That's great. Maybe he didn't want to do that match. Like, and I really don't want to do this match.
I don't want to fight 10. Okay, who the fuck is 10? Why am I fighting him? This is what Andrade said. Damn.
Was he gonna lose to 10?
I don't think so. I think Andrade would have won. I think so.
Yeah,
'Cause
they're
they've been
gonna
wanting to
mask
get that
10.
mask off of him for forever. Yeah.
He gets to keep the mask though, so good for 10.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does, Steven. So, I don't know. That's pretty much wrestling. Did you have any thoughts? Because I remember last week I asked you about the Andrade situation. And I was like, do you think it's a work? Do you think it's a shoot? And you were like, I don't know.
Oh wait, that was about him getting fired, right?
It was about
Or
him
wanting
like
to get
wanting to
fired?
leave the company, you know? And
You know, I feel like targeting Sammy Guevara is like the most easiest thing you could do.
I mean, yeah,
You know?
he's kind of an easy target at this point. A little bit.
Yeah.
And the other
I
story
see.
I have...
Yeah, I see a tweet that says AEW backstage assault. It's like a game cover.
Oh, I did see that too. It's very good. It's very good.
How's
It's
it
very
going?
good. But the last story I have here, Steven, is that Saraya Page was cleared by the AEW doctors.
Which one?
Woo. Mark Sampson or whatever his name is, like
It
the
was
guy.
Britt Baker. She got a new degree.
I thought it was Dr. Luther. I thought we talked about this last week. Shit.
He comes out of the ring. It's good enough for me.
Let's go.
And he crawls back. I don't know what
He
his
just
gimmick
crawls
does.
back under the ring. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's sick as hell. Well, yeah, Saraya is cleared, so now she'll fight Britt Baker, and that'll be a match. I honestly, I don't even remember if Paige is that good. It's been so long, you know? Like, what if Paige sucks? That'd be so sad. She's probably thinking the same thing.
Yeah?
You know, yeah.
She has so much like. Well, I don't think people were expecting much from her, right? Because she made like one shit promo and people like shot on her for
Yeah,
that
our
one shit
expectations are
promo.
pretty low at this point. But the thought is probably like, well, she's still a good wrestler. I hope.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Hey, Paul Heyman name dropped Ben Shapiro and Andrew Tate on SmackDown.
In what context?
No idea. Maybe like a Logan Paul segment.
Oh, maybe. I forget
Yeah.
Logan Paul is going to be there. Well, Steven, we'll have to go check it out. We'll, of course, be back next week with the hot update about Logan Paul, Ben Shapiro, and Andrew Tate, you know?
Yay.
So just you guys wait. Just you wait, following Lucha Ninjas and Ninjets. But you're the one hosting this episode, Steven, so
Hey,
I hate
guys.
to take the outro away
Like
from you.
this episode, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow our TikToks. You can rate this episode 5 stars on your podcast reviewing site of choice. And if you want to be really cool and epic, we will give away one airplane if you donate money to us. One airplane,
God.
guys.
Or, guys, this week, instead of donating to us, you could also donate to the GoFundMe for Sarah Lee's family. This is also very
It's also possible.
You know, or
we
you
might
can give
do
it to
that,
Steven,
you know.
You know,
We might not.
or that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
we'll be back next week with more Following Lucha. Goodbye, everyone.